Yeah. It's same amount of letters. You just pronounced it wrong. Hello, Internet. What's going on, everybody? We
Hello,
are live.
YouTube.
Welcome. Hello, YouTubes. Welcome to the closer Sunday nights. What's going on? How you guys doing out there? There's a couple people out there waiting. Ape's running. Ape's running a little bit late. Hopefully, he'll be able to join us. I know Honda's live. Honda, that son of a bitch. Honda's stole my time slot. He went live about 15 minutes before I was scheduled. So he's messing up. He's taking all the viewers from YouTube. There's only like 7 people that aren't watching his show right now. So, so we'll do it to it here. I've got some articles and talk about some Instagrams and the usual kind of shit. So what's up with you, Moo? What's going on? Were you not on the barbecue show last night?
No, I had a great weekend. My 81-year-old dad came into town.
Hold on, just stop right there. Were you on barbecue show? No, I had a great weekend.
Right now, barbecue's like,
He's like, son of a bitch.
And scene. I was hanging out with my dad. He came into town and he got in here Friday afternoon and left this afternoon, and we just hung out. He's 81 years old. He drove 3 hours one way to come hang with his boy. So we had a really good time this weekend. It was cool. So yeah, I've been kind of in and out of some of these chats, not too much because we just been hanging out and having fun.
I can't believe you made your old man drive 3.5 hours to see you. Son of a bitch.
It was his turn.
Yeah.
his turn.
That's good.
Yeah, it was cool. We always have a good time.
You guys now he came to your place or did you go to camp? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, he came.
I'm breaking up a little bit.
Yeah, he came here to my place.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's been talking about it since this winter, and every weekend that it was okay to come on down. The weather sucked bad, and he didn't want to drive. At 81 years old, he's scared if he goes in a ditch or gets a flat tire or something like that. So So since it was really nice out, and he decided to come on down. So
that's good.
Yeah, I'll be heading up to camp over Labor Day. I got the whole week off, so I told him to come up there and bring a bunch of guns and do what we do when we go up to camp.
Does he shoot without you, or is that something that he just does when you guys are together?
Rarely will he shoot if I'm not there.
Yeah.
Sometimes when his buddy Ben comes up from Detroit, he'll go to his place and shoot a little bit, but not much. It's usually when I go up. Yeah, and he was fondling my Glock 43 all weekend, and I think he wants one because he still carries the old Smith & Wesson Gen 3 469. It's
what's a 469?
It's an all metal compact.
Okay.
It probably weighs twice as much as the Glock.
Oh yeah,
and he just wants something.
Yeah, those old Smiths. I can never remember what's what, but yeah, those old Smiths are heavy, man.
Yeah, I've got the stainless version and the blued version. He's got the blued version. Yeah, it's a nice little shooter, but he doesn't carry it a whole lot because it's kind of heavy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I showed him a couple, 2-3 different kinds of holsters that I have for it. And I'm like, I got this paddle holster. You just slap it on. You don't have to worry about threading your belt through every day.
Right.
And he kind of dug that and inside the waistband and some other stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. So, yeah. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Always. What's going on, George? What's happening?
Hey, how's it going, buddies? How's it going, everybody in YouTube land? Not much. Just doing all right. Had a good week. Had a relative, an aunt, come down and visit from outside of Dallas. So, we've been hanging out and stuff, doing the usual work and hang out on chats, whatever and stuff. Last night we were eating like fried shrimp, and fried oysters and French fries and stuff.
I love it.
Fish. Oh, yeah. It's good.
I'm not a huge
tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm not a huge oyster fan unless they're breaded. I'm not a huge oyster fan. I've eaten raw oysters. It's not really my thing. I shouldn't say only fried because I do really like them grilled. I guess I just should say cooked oysters. I do like. I love them fried. You should try them grilled. Next time, I don't know. Do you do a lot of grilling at home, or do you do any outdoor grilling at home?
Currently, we haven't been grilling much at home. Usually, my brother's been doing it when we go to his house. That's something.
Really. Go ahead.
It's something good to think about. Like grilling oysters. I've never had them grilled. I only like to eat them fried. Yeah,
I'll tell you what you should do is, next time you're going to a barbecue or a grill, or you're going to grill or something like that, just buy a couple. Maybe buy a dozen just to try it out. And shuck them, take the meat out of the shell, make sure there's no shells, or make sure they're all cleaned up, and then put them back in the bottom shell.
Yeah.
And then while you're cooking everything else, right before everything else is done, or whatever, even if you have burgers or whatever, when it's it's kind of giving off that like nice greasy smoke, that barbecue kind of charry smoke.
Oh yeah.
Just lay them right on the grill with a little bit of garlic butter or something inside of them. If you make a butter ahead of time with like a little butter, garlic, some fresh herbs, salt and pepper, something real simple, maybe some cayenne, or some Cajun seasoning, a nice shot of Cajun seasoning. If you just put a little dollop of that on top of each one and just grill them for a couple of minutes till they're done, that's really good. It's a really good thing really good way to go.
Very.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, I'm the same way with oysters. Like I some of the coolest ways, like one of the coolest things that I do with oysters, I don't even really love, and it's to do like shooters out of them. I don't know if you've ever done oyster shooters. Get a shot glass, and then I used to just call them Bloody Mary oysters, basically Bloody Mary shooters, oyster shooters.
Oh yeah.
Make a little Bloody Mary mix, like nice and strong. Lots of spices in it, lots of flavor in it, because you're only using a tiny bit. Throw the raw oyster in the bottom, and then just enough of the Bloody Mary, concoction that you made to cover it up. And then, if you want to top it with a little extra something or other here and there, but those look super cool being passed around for, like, if you do an hors d'oeuvre party or something. Mm-hmm. Last time we did them, it was actually at a, not a fundraiser, but like an open house for a business. They were doing an open house for contractors. They were what did they do? I don't know if they just did bathrooms, but I think it was a place that did kitchen and bath. You go there and they have all the stuff there to pick out. You pick out your cabinets, pick out your toilet, pick out your fixtures, all that kind of stuff. And they did an open house for contractors that they work with, kind of schmooze them a little bit. And we did food there. And one of the things we did was oyster shooters, and they lined them all up on this bar that they had there. And it just looked really cool. It was really neat. And, people would come by, grab one, do it as a shot, and throw it back. And that's really neat. I don't love it myself, but it is what it is.
I dig any kind of oysters.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've got an oyster bar. Mm-hmm. Even in Michigan, they still get fresh stuff.
Yeah.
And, I ate 2 dozen raw. So
dang. You must have been very excited when you got home.
That's a myth.
That's a myth.
Turns out all it does is cause you to pass out on the couch.
Yeah, can you imagine? Like, I want to get frisky now with 24 raw mollusks in my gut.
Yeah. You're sloshing. It's like you're sloshing around.
Wow. It's like, what's that noise? You're thrusting. What's that noise? I don't know. That swishing sound is really annoying.
Are your feet all wet and muddy in those boots? You got the bread bags on your feet again?
What are you, a shrimping boat?
But we, Yeah, I've had, like I said, I've had them just about any way, not anyway, but I've had them a bunch of different ways, and I do love them as a sandwich, like a breaded, like panko encrusted, yeah. Or we did them as sliders too, oyster sliders with like a spicy mayo, and man, that's really good. I did it with spinach and spicy mayo and stuff.
I really dig Oysters Rockefeller too. That was
it
was always on like the brunch menu at one of the restaurants we used to go to all the time. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, it's tough. Oysters and clams, shellfish in general, has gone up so much in the past decade. I mean, I know. I remember doing going to clams and getting little neck clams, in steamers, and they would steam them over like white wine, and then and they just kept them in the bag. It was like a pound of mussel or a pound of clams, and they just throw them in a steamer or whatever, or into like a pot of seasoned water. And when they opened up, they threw them on a plate and sent them out to you with lemon and butter and whatnot. And that kind of stuff is just, you just don't see that very much anymore because it's so expensive.
They go bad fast. They go bad fast. Not a smart business decision.
Yeah, it's tough. I will say, if you like mussels are still generally still pretty reasonably priced, and I do like mussels. And it's the way they're cultivated. The way they're grown, the way they're raised.
I just thought you sat in the back of the gym and watched the guys working out.
Yeah. Gonna eat some of them mussels
from Brussels.
Foss says I get steamers from Cleveland. Yeah, they're the best kind. They're the little brown ones. Mussels are really cool if you've ever seen how they grow them. They put them on the nets.
Yeah.
The nets hang down off the floating docks. They have these docks that float out in the middle of the water, and the nets hang down, and all they got to do is pull the nets up and and get them off. So it's a lot easier than clams and stuff like that. But yeah, and it's a shame because that stuff is so good, but it's it's the only, I think the only decent part about it is that because they went up in price, that they made a big jump and it kind of leveled out because then people stop using it, and all of a sudden it's just like guns or ammo or anything else. It's like these are awesome and they're inexpensive, and everybody starts buying them, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, we raised the price, and then people stop buying them as much, and the price levels out. But it's I like them. Have you ever had Clams Casino? That's a good one. If you like Rockefeller,
yeah,
I'm sure you'd like Clams Casino, because that's you take bacon. So I'm sure you're good with that.
Yeah.
Basically, if I get this right, you dice up bacon and you render it down. You save the fat, and then this is how we used to do them. I'm not sure exactly how the classic goes, but this is how we used to do them. We render down the bacon. You leave the fat in, or most of the fat. Throw some caramel, some onions in there, and saute them down. And then some peppers, season it, garlic, salt, pepper, blah, blah, blah. And then you throw some breadcrumbs right in there, and you kind of let the breadcrumbs absorb and a little bit of butter, just a little shot of fresh butter. And then you let that cool, and then you put that on top of the clams on the half shell, just like you would do Oysters Rockefeller. And then you throw them in the oven and bake it. And that's really good. Yeah, that's really good. So, yeah, Clams Casino is another good one, and that'd be another great one to do on the grill too. You just get them all made up ahead of time, and then 5 minutes on the grill or something, and they're cooking from the bottom up, and the top's getting a little bit crispy, and that's really awesome.
Yeah, actually, I rewatched the barbecue show, and there was a lot of questions. A handful of questions about seafood on the smoker or the grill, and stuff like that. So yeah, I haven't done it in so long. I got to get back into doing some seafood on there.
Yeah, I never did much of this. I never did much seafood. It's not anything that, I mean, I like it, but it's never anything I really did at the house other than like salmon, you know?
Uh-huh.
It's kind of the generic, but yeah, I always like doing that at the restaurant. And it's tough with clams because the size too, just like anything else. Like,
Right.
you know, years ago, you could get larger ones for a better price, and then they started getting smaller and smaller. It's just like anything else, you know, lobsters or any kind of seafood. And that's again where mussels, black, you know, the the black mussels are kind of nice because you can request some larger ones, and they're still. I don't remember what they were a bag. I want to say they were like a 10-pound bag was like 20 some bucks or something. They weren't bad at all. So you could do like a nice 12-ounce or a pound of mussels, you know what I mean, and still charge like $9 for it, and do it really nice and use good ingredients and do like a nice big chunk of like grilled bread with it or something, like a grilled baguette, which is like almost the best part sometimes, depending on the sauce, you know.
Yeah, we would do the mussels with you know, like a garlic butter, white wine sauce.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And just, yeah, they were great.
Yeah, we did years ago. The one way we did it years ago was we'd start in the pan with some pancetta.
Ooh.
And
Nice.
not pancetta. I'm sorry. Some prosciutto.
Prosciutto. I knew you meant
Prosciutto. Yeah, not pancetta. And I would pick, you know, the fattier. We used it for other stuff, like two things. So I would take the fattier stuff and use it in this dish, and I'd slice it down real thin and cut it into like really thin julienne, and we'd throw a handful of that in the pan and let that kind of crisp up a little bit and give off some of that fat, and then go in with a little garlic and a little onions and some fresh tomato, white wine, you know, salt, pepper, and some. I don't remember if we used basil. I think we might have used basil and parsley at the very end, and then, you know, a nice big shot of butter at the very end. Right when you put the mussels in, you put the butter in at the same time, so it kind of melts as everything's steaming up. You throw another pan on top of it to kind of steam it, you know, and yeah, they were awesome. And yeah, it was nice because it wasn't a heavy sauce. But it was rich and kind of, you know, the prosciutto and the butter and the reduction of the white wine was awesome. You know, I was never a fan of. I like tomato-based sauces, like you know, like a pasta sauce. But I've always thought that as good as that is on mussels and clams and all that kind of stuff, it just covers it up so much, you know. It tastes like a seafood tomato sauce, not a seafood with a sauce. You know.
You know, I have the same problem when people make like a crock pot, like roast beef,
right?
And add like tomatoes to it, and I'm like, no, no thanks.
Yeah, when I braise beef, I will throw in a little okay, so you know, if you do you know, a roast, like a beef roast or something, you know, I'll throw the roast in there and do the carrots and celery and onion, and if you're going to put potato or something in there, and I will put a little bit of fresh tomato, not like a tomato paste or a diced tomato or anything like that. I'll just take one tomato, cut it up into like 6 pieces, and sort of sprinkle it around. And it's got a lot of natural sweetness and moisture to it, which is nice. But when it all cooks down, you don't really notice it as tomato so much as just having like a nice broth, a vegetable stock, you know. But yeah, I've seen there's a lot of recipes, especially older recipes, that call for tomato paste. And you have to be really careful with tomato paste because that stuff is so sweet and so like tomato, like I don't know how to describe it. Like it's obviously it's a condensed thing, so it's such a condensed flavor that it can be really, really strong, and then it has so much natural sugar to it that it's hard to it's hard to have a good balance with that in it. So you have to be really careful. You know, a lot of French recipes will use tomato paste, but they'll put it in the pan and they'll actually caramelize it in the pan. They'll brown the tomato paste and then add other stuff to it. So you don't have the tomato flavor. You just get this like rich caramely roasted flavor.
That would be
from
way
it.
better. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a technique that, you know, you don't really see that anymore. I'll tell you, I haven't used tomato paste in years. I used to use it all the time in culinary school because it was in, you know, it was more of a French, you know, thing in the way that we would use it. And instead of that, I'll throw a couple of fresh tomatoes in my stock and make my stock and then make my sauce from that. So I guess in a roundabout way, I'm kind of doing it, you know, but not old.
But it's not right in your face.
Yeah, it's real mild.
Was it chicken cacciatore?
Mm-hmm.
It's like tomatoes with like some chicken in it. Yeah.
And that's again, yeah, like to me, that when I've had cacciatore or when I've made cacciatore back in the day, because I mean, I haven't done a whole lot of a lot of the stuff that you learn in school, it's old school stuff. You know, and you don't really do it in restaurant, depending on where you go. I'm not saying restaurants don't serve this kind of food because obviously they do, but I didn't, you know, a lot of the stuff that I did once or twice in school, I never did again. And I just remember the cacciatore being really good because it wasn't like that. I remember doing it and it was, you know, it was the vegetables and it was the onions and peppers and all that kind of stuff. And then it was, again, and that was one of the dishes where I remember using the tomato paste as the base, and you put the tomato paste in there and you brown that a little bit, and then you throw the onions in there, caramelize, you know, start to caramelize them. Then you throw the peppers in there, and then you know, your chicken stock and stuff like that, and a little bit of, I think we did a little fresh tomato, diced tomato, and then the chicken, and you cover it, and then it goes in the oven. You know what I mean? Covered, and it braises. But that was more of like, that was chicken with a really well-rounded sauce, not like somebody put spaghetti sauce all over peppers, onions, and chicken, you know? And that's kind of what happens over the years is people say, well, this isn't really how you make it, but this is pretty close, and this is the easy way to do it. And I'll be honest, like, you know, I've fallen victim to that too in restaurants where you kind of have to take the easy way out because, you know, you have time constraints and space constraints and, you know, and monetary restraints. You know, there's certain things you can do and can't do. And you find yourself being like, okay, well, this is the sauce we use with our clams linguine. I'll also use it in the cacciatore, and I'll also use it, you know, as a pizza sauce, and I'll also use it as, you know, throw a little cream in it, and it'll be like a rosé or a blush. You know, and that's fine, but you know, you can't kid yourself and be like, yeah, this is traditional. It's not. So what's up, Ape? What's going on, buddy?
Oh, not a whole lot. Had the dog set again, so had to run late.
Yeah. That's cool.
So how long did you sit on him?
Yeah, how big was he?
He sat on me.
Ride him around?
No.
Yeah.
No.
What kind of dog is it?
What the heck is it? Is it a Springer or Brittany? I don't know. One of those.
Not too big.
No, kind of like a medium-sized dog.
Yeah.
Cool.
Defense Dad said homemade pizza on the grill is awesome. I have special grill plates that make it like a pizza oven. They're extruded aluminum. Have you ever done it straight on a grate? Because I love to do it straight on a grate.
Remember to oil the bottoms of it, otherwise it burns real easily.
Yeah, I mean we
olive oil.
Yeah, we. I mean, I guess I don't grill it 100%. I don't have it on the grates 100% of the time. What I'll do is take it and brush the crust with a little garlic oil and season it, and then grill it on one side, flip it, grill it on the other side so that it's like halfway done totally. You know, it's like cooked halfway. Then I'll put all the toppings on it, and then you can either put it on the top rack or put it on a pan that's cold, like a cold pizza pan, and then lay it on top, like you're talking about having a pan in there. And that gives the bottom a chance to crisp up and the top a chance to cook and melt and stuff like that. But yeah, if you've never done a pizza on the grill, even if I'll tell you what, one of the simplest and easiest way to start to get a feel for how you can do that is get a couple pizza doughs, or some, pizza dough, and, pull it out, roll it out, pull it, however you want to call it, pull dough, and garlic oil it, and just throw it on the grill, twist it, another minute, turn it over, twist it, probably 3 minutes total or something, and use that for a hummus or a bean dip or like a cheddar cheese sauce. Dip it in a cheese sauce or something. And because doing the pizza can be a little intimidating, and you feel like if you screw it up, you really screwed up something bad because you got all the toppings on it and stuff. But if you're just grilling it as a dip, as a bread, what's the big deal? So you lost $1 or something, or whatever the dough cost you. And doing the grilled bread with like a hummus is awesome. Really, really good. And that's a fun way to start. So anything else out there? No, just some shit talking, the usual.
That's actually that's a really good idea. Just thinking, when I'm, doing barbecue or whatever, and you always have, probably 2-3 hours of charcoal still left after you pull everything off. And if you could throw that pizza dough on there for a nice little, side dish appetizer kind of a thing without wasting your charcoal, that's a really good idea.
I'll tell you another thing you can do, and it makes great. It's great for if you're gonna make sandwiches. If you like gyros, or not even, it doesn't even have to be a gyro. If you're looking for something, even if you're gonna make a cheesesteak or something, you can, next time you have the grill out, plan ahead a little bit, grill a couple of those off, and then you could throw them in the freezer or something. And then next time you want to do cheesesteaks or something, just take them out of the freezer, throw them in the oven for just 2 or 3 minutes to warm them up, or even throw them in the microwave probably for 30 seconds just to soften them up again and warm them up. They make great shells. I don't want to call them shells. They're great sandwiches. I've done that for I've done that at the restaurant for sandwiches over for the lunch special or whatever.
Ooh, sandwiches.
Yeah.
Not hot dogs.
Foss. When I'm doing barbecue, does he kiss you first?
Does he remember to use? Does he remember to use the udder cream for you as well?
No, he's a selfish lover, man. He never, kiss me on the mouth.
Gentle with you or rough? Is he gentle or rough?
He likes that dry rub.
Wish I could play that song "Secret Lovers." Secret Lovers.
Because feeling the sensation of his beard behind my neck just feels so ew.
I was on Foss's chat from 4 to 5 o'clock this morning.
I saw it was on. I didn't get a chance to watch it yet.
I was on there for no good reason. I wasn't on the show. I was in the comments, but I was still awake. But no, that was a good show last night that Foss had. Talking about growing some greens and stuff like that, and kind of in like the prepper mentality kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, seeds
the
and
devil's
stuff?
lettuce.
That came up in the comments. Yeah.
Was it Devil's Club? That wacky weed that hurts when you touch it.
I bought this guy this is one of the Ozark Trail ones from Walmart. And I bought it because it fits a cup holder, right? It's got a nice lid, and it's got a nice snap lid here. It's got some rubber here, so it seals really well. But whoever, when they made this, they must have never tried to drink out of it before they said, "Go ahead with it." Go ahead with it. Make a billion of them, because the lip is not round. Obviously, it's squared off, and the hole that you drink out of is shaped like this. It's it's kind of oval shaped. It's oval shaped,
Mm-hmm.
but the rest of it is like squared off. So whenever you drink out of it, if you're not super careful, it like runs out of your mouth and down. The first time I used it, I put a bunch of water and I started taking a drink and it ran down the front of my face. And I was like, what the hell? Who designed this stupid thing, man?
Midnight, it's not that it's poorly designed. It's just that your mouth and that hole are not compatible.
I mean,
Very rare for you.
Whoever designed this thing should be shot in Central Square of the town.
I apparently somebody has a square mouth that designed that, and it fits great for them, but not me.
Legoland.
Yeah, it's super weird. So a little bit of food chat. It makes me want to go. Honestly, it makes me want to go buy some mussels and clams and stuff.
Yeah, seafood's real big here, man. We got like so many restaurants and stuff, and we got a couple here in town, and then like outside of town, in Port Isabel, and then there's South Padre Island. There's so many restaurants there too, man. That it's just like real big, freaking big thick onion rings and fries and that stuff.
Yeah.
The one I went last night was.
Go ahead. No, sorry. Go ahead.
The one I went last night was hilarious because you know how you always have like they give you like ketchup, they give you like tartar sauce, and then they give you like shrimp cocktail sauce. Well, this one they gave us also buffalo sauce. So man, I was dipping fried shrimp and buffalo sauce, and man, that was awesome, dude. I was like, "Ooh, yeah, this tastes good, man."
That's cool.
They have like seasoned fries, so it's cool.
Down there, you guys probably have really good, really inexpensive fresh shrimp too. Those Gulf shrimp are awesome.
Yeah, they shrimp a lot, man. I've seen them. I used to work. Not used to. We had a contract where we did this casino ship, and they would also like take cargo, like vehicles and trailers and buses and stuff like that on this ship. It would go from Port Isabel and it would go to Honduras. So sometimes when there was already a line of vehicles, they would hire us to be there on site to watch them, and then we'd be there like 24/7. So the morning would show up and you would see all the shrimp boats heading out, and then you just see them, like people catching fish or shrimp, and they're just like getting rid of certain stuff, and then you see dolphins, like following the boats, getting all this food that they're throwing out and stuff, so it's pretty interesting, man.
Yeah, it's cool. I've never been down south a little bit, but not as I was older, so I didn't really, it was I was young, so I didn't really take advantage of anything cool like that. But so let's see what we have for articles here. Share and share and share and there we go. Smart Guns. Tom Holland, president of Smart Guns LLC, today announced, this is from the 16th, so yesterday. Well, 2 days ago. Today announced pre-sales ordering availability of the company's 9mm smart gun Century pistol. An initial 10% discount retail price is being offered for law enforcement and corrections agencies at $26.95. Single item. Additional quantity discounts provided, of course. While the regular civilian retail price is $29.95, so $3,000. Product deliveries are anticipated to begin sometime during fourth quarter 2021. The 9mm Sentry pistol is the company's flagship smart gun technology firearm for use in prisoner transport and transfer, as well as civilian home defense applications. The Sentry 9mm features Smart Gun's patent-pending lockout technology that is integrated with an RFID chip contained in a glove worn by the officer owner. The officer must depress the grip safety on the firearm while wearing the RFID-enabled glove to permit firing. This helps to ensure that each Smart Gun Sentry firearm fires each and every time when it is supposed to, and only when it is supposed to. I like how they said that. And then underneath it says, "Honey, tell the rapist murderer to wait. I need to get my glove on before I have a gunfight with him."
Or let me switch. I need to switch the battery.
Yeah. So I'm the only, other than being unrealistic, obviously, it has a grip safety and it has this RFID that you have to wear. So what happens if, you're wearing a glove on your right hand and your right hand gets injured and you have to hold it with the left hand or something? There's so many different reasons why this is going to be a pain in the ass, or this would be a pain in the ass, obviously. Same reason that a lot of people don't like grip safeties on pistols, even 1911 or something. They don't want a grip safety. They don't like that. If something happens and their hand's strength is weak, they still want to be able to use the gun, which I can understand that. I've heard that before. Now at $3,000 a pistol, for something that, how close does it have to be to the gun to work? That's an interesting one. Does it have to be within 2 inches? Because then what the hell happens if you have to use your offhand or something like that? So the bigger, I think, implication is something like what happens with states. I think California has this. They have a stipulation that your smart technology is required, but there hasn't been really no smart technology. So if something like this comes out and is available, is it going to be one of those things where California all of a sudden says, okay, well, yep, we have it in the law that says you have to have a smart gun. And now there is one. So, go for it.
Well, they're also going to say that this smart gun also may cause cancer to you.
Well, yeah, everything does.
It may cause California and the state of cancer.
Right. Foss just said, how does the release affect California and the law about smart guns? Yeah, I know. That's exactly what I was saying. It would be really damn interesting if this thing comes out and California approves it and says, yeah, this is great. And we feel like it's good to go and it's reliable and we don't see anything issue with it. So now this is what you have to have.
Haven't they ever watched those movies where they cut the guy's hand off and put it on the thing so they can open the safe?
Yeah. Open the lock.
Oh, the guy's eyeball.
It happened in Spaceballs. Yeah. It happened in Spaceballs. He put the dude's hand up there to open up the door, So, the chances of I would be interested to know too, are they gun specific? Or does the company make every gun and every wristband work together? You know what I mean? Would one wristband work with every gun off the line? And if that's true, then you'll just start seeing all sorts of black market RFID chips, bracelets. Mm-hmm. So, obviously it would be if they come out and they say they want this to actually be implemented, what a mess. What a mess that would be. And they would do it.
When you're saying about the glove, I think they would have to probably be doing two gloves, both on one hand. So in case you have to switch left or right, that's the only way. Yeah, you'd want that because, because before I remember they used to talk about having like a wristwatch type of RF system, that'll, like when you hold the gun, it'll say, oh, okay, it allows you to shoot. And then we're like, if the weapon's being taken from you, and since they don't have that watch, that has the circuitry, they can't fire at you. The gun will not fire.
And that's Hornady has that safe, that fast safe, where you can wear the bracelet, and when you get the bracelet close enough to the safe, it recognizes it and it pops open. My thing is, there's also RFIDs that work, in a number of feet or whatever, like people's cars, with the keys. You don't have to put the key in the ignition anymore. You don't even have to put the key near it. You can have the key in your pocket and it's close enough, and the car knows that it's in the vicinity, and it lets you start it. So is it going to be like that? Because I don't know. It's weird. It's weird technology. It's unproven, and if I was in California, I would say, if I was in California, I'd be worried that the California government would say, the state government out there would say, "Oh, good, we're good to go. Now everybody has to have this, and the next 5 years you have to have this, and regular guns are gone."
Yeah, I was thinking it hasn't been proven. This technology's been around for so many years. It's just that it's always been in the R&D, development. And they've never used it. Like, oh, this police department's going to be the first ones to try out this new gun and the safety, for the RF safety thing to it. So that's the thing. It's whoever gets to try it out to see if it actually works.
Well,
because there's questions. Like say, battery. The gun's gonna either have the battery, or is it the watch or the glove?
Well, I think too we're talking about police using it or this trial period or whatever. Mm-hmm. The trial period. I mean, it's pretty rare, right, that somebody has to shoot with their offhand. Even a police officer, the percentage of them are a huge percentage is going to be using their dominant hand. So,
yes.
That one time out of 1,000 that a cop has to go with his non-dominant hand, that's the only time that it's really going to, maybe that's the only time it's going to be an issue. But I mean, you want it to be good to go every time, and not, you don't want that 1 out of 1,000 times to be the time that you need it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true. Oh, we lost our host.
Whoa.
So our new co-host, Two Live Moo.
I'm back.
Shit.
Okay, we're back. Moo, sit down again.
Like I said, they put that leave studio button like right below the mute button, and it's so dumb. I don't know why they have it there, because it's so easy to hit that when you're trying to mute yourself.
Yeah, I hear you.
Foss says people do it to steal cars with keyless entry. Yeah.
Yeah, and then there'll be technology where they'll be able to hack into that safety thing for the guns, the smart guns. Just give it time.
Absolutely. There'll be. I mean, I'll tell you what. It's just like everything else. If you come out with some kind of new technology, if you come out with something and you come out to the public within a day, some 15-year-old kid somewhere that is going to be able to hack it, and it'll be a moot thing and won't matter.
It's like the credit cards, oh, this chip is safety, this and that.
Yeah. And
then they have these people that have those readers where they can just go and swipe your wallet, wherever you have your wallet, and it takes your information.
Well, yeah, somebody will hack it and figure out how to start ripping off rounds while it's still in your holster or something. Your gun's in your closet going off by itself or something.
I swear I had 50.
Yeah, because the neighbor kid figured out how to hack it with his iPhone.
Check it out, 5-round burst.
All right, let's see what else here. All right. I thought this was interesting. Federal judge finds U.S. government inaction mostly to blame for Sutherland Springs mass shooting. So Sutherland Springs is the one with Stephen Williford, right? Federal judge ruled Tuesday that the federal government was mostly responsible for Texas' deadliest mass shooting at a Sutherland Springs church in 2017. Concluding the U.S. government failed to submit information that could have prevented the gunman from purchasing the assault rifle he used to gun down 26 people. So This has happened. This happened with what's that kid's name? Dylan Roof. This happened with Dylan Roof too, because he had some drug charges, and that should have kept him. That should have red flagged him. Not red flagged him, but that should have stopped him from being able to purchase a firearm too. But also I think I know what they're getting at with this article, but at the same time, it's it's hard to be somebody that's a person that's pro Second Amendment and then trying to blame the government for somebody doing a murder. It's not the government's fault. It's not the gun's fault, right? And like we always say that, it's this guy's fault. And had he passed the background check or not passed the background check and bought the gun elsewhere, and done this, he was going to do it. So, but I will say this: if there's measures in place that they say are that are necessary, then they sure as fuck should do them. They sure as hell should be doing them. If the same thing happened with, I think the same thing happened with one at a naval or a military base too, if I remember correctly, a couple years ago. That guy had bought a firearm and was it domestic abuse charges or something? I don't remember. Something, and should have been pulled. So I don't know. I'm not saying that background checks are work or the answer to anything, but if you're going to have them, you sure as hell should use them. But I also don't think you can blame the government on this one. You got to blame the individual, right? He's the person that's doing the event, doing the action.
Yeah, the individual's the only one.
Yeah. So I don't. Oh Jesus! Hold on. Get all these pop-ups for restaurant stuff because I've been buying restaurant equipment like crazy lately. All this. I don't even know how to get rid of this one. Where the hell is this? Where's the? I don't know. What a mess. Rochester mayor and her husband are hit with charges of firearms possession and endangering a child after unsecured guns were found in their home during a raid. So I don't know why they were raided. Maybe we'll find out. Both charged with criminal possession of a firearm, 2 counts of endangering a child, welfare of a child, 2 counts of failure to lock or secure firearms in a dwelling. A pistol and rifle were allegedly found in a home where 10-year-old daughter Taylor was left alone. Granison was recently arrested. Drugs and weapons charges. Garrison was. Well, that's poorly written. Garrison was recently arrested on drugs and weapon charges after a drug bust. New charges are the result of a search warrant conducted by law enforcement in a months-long drug ring investigation. Oof, what a mess. The mayor of Rochester and her estranged husband have been hit with weapons charges following a raid in their home in May. Lovely Warren and Timothy Granison were both charged with criminal possession of his firearm, 2 counts of endangerment, failure to secure a firearm in the home. She intends to plead not guilty. New York State, the number of other properties, investigation of the alleged drug operation. We talked about that. She was pulled over by police in his car and was found to be in possession of a large quantity of cocaine. Ouch. Investigators then carried out a raid on the home. He shares with the mayor and seized 2 firearms, a semi-automatic rifle and a loaded handgun. The couple's 10-year-old daughter Taylor was home alone at the time.
Wow.
Let's see if there's anything else that needs to be. They said they had been separated for years. It's so hard to read these articles. There's so much stuff. They pack all the pictures and stuff in between everything.
Yeah, all the advertisements and stuff.
And this article is like this story is like they keep repeating stuff too. More than 2 kilos of powdered and crack cocaine and the street value of around $60,000 was seized from the home, together with 3 firearms and 1 semi-automatic rifle. One of the unregistered guns, together with the rifle, were also allegedly found in the mayor's house, together with $100,000 in cash. Man. Ouch. That is a lot of money. Unregistered guns, all sorts of nonsense. These guys are having trouble with that dude. That dude's in a shitload of trouble.
Yep.
She says, "There's nothing implicating me in these charges announced today, but I've done nothing wrong," Warren said in a prepared statement. "I've spoken to Tim since his arrest, and I'm not standing here to defend him." So they had been separated. So I don't know. I don't know if anything will come of it, but
yeah,
does go to show you. Doesn't work. Congratulations, drugs. You won the war on drugs.
Yeah.
So. So I don't know what's going on. Black Rifle Coffee Company say something stupid again? I don't know. I just saw an article about it and snagged it. And I started to read through it, and then I couldn't figure out what the hell was even going on. Here's how Black Rifle. This is from Scott Greer, whoever the hell Scott Greer is. I don't know who Scott Greer is. Here's how Black Rifle Coffee's executives see people who were upset with their condemnation of Kyle Rittenhouse.
Wait. Scott Greer, 6'2", IQ of 187.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't know. And he's got nerd. He's got some politician's hair too, for sure. He definitely goes to the same hair guy as, like, everybody in Congress. Holy shit.
2 Live Moo, 5'2", IQ 102.
Yeah.
That's my handle.
Likes the color blue, long walks at the beach.
So I don't know. I read through it, and it's a bunch of tweets and a bunch of other shit. I don't know. It's just they're talking shit about they were talking shit about people that were, not harassing them, but talking about them and saying, they're not right for what they're doing, and they're not really pro 2A and stuff like that. So they were talking some shit about their customers, and how that what is it here? Talking about you can't let sections of your customer hijack your brand and say, "This is who you are," Bess told me. It's like, no, we define that. The Rittenhouse episode may have cost the company thousands of customers, but Hafer believed it also allowed Black Rifle to draw a line in the sand. It's such a repugnant group of people, Hafer said. It's like the worst of American society, and I got to flush the toilet on some of those people that kind of hijack portions of the brand. Then again, what Hafer insisted was a super clear delineation was not too clear to everyone, as Munchell's choice of headgear vividly demonstrated. The racism really pisses me off. I hate racist, proud, boyish people. Like, I'll pay them to leave my customer base. I would gladly chop all of those people out of my customer database and pay them to get the hell out. If that was the case, I asked. So I don't know. I think he's taking it seems like he's taking a small chunk of the demographic and blowing it out of proportion.
Yeah.
I don't know. Now, I didn't know this either. This kind of surprised me. Maybe it shouldn't surprise me. Maybe you guys would be like, yeah, well, what the hell? Obviously. Anderson Manufacturing claims #1 spot in U.S. firearms production.
Okay.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
They
sell very affordable lures, strip lures.
Yeah. For the third year running, Anderson Manufacturing has once again claimed the #1 spot in miscellaneous firearms production. This unprecedented accomplishment follows on the heels of 2 previous years where Anderson Manufacturing produced well over 300,000 firearms, outranking other manufacturers or other firearms giants like Brownells, Ruger, Mossberg, and Palmetto State Armory. Anderson Manufacturing has been one of the nation's largest firearms producers, especially with respect to rifles. Anderson Manufacturing produced 342,271 miscellaneous firearms in 2019, beating its previous year's record of 300,022, blah, blah, blah. So is this just because they consider a firearm?
I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah. The ATF classifies miscellaneous firearms as ones that are not included in other categories of their reporting, which includes firearms frames or receivers that aren't otherwise identified as a particular type of firearm. The ATF tracks industry data like this in their annual reports and makes distinctions between rifles, shotguns, and handguns, but currently does not have a separate category for firearms receivers, which are sold as a standalone product. Okay, that's what it is. Anderson has been a popular and inexpensive choice for first-time AR-15 builders, and while they are certainly there are higher tier options out there for similar prices, Anderson continues to be one of the most frequently seen. So, yeah, it's just because they're smoking out lowers like crazy, you know? They're just pounding them out for 300.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people out there that they rather buy the strip lower, most, like say an Anderson lower, because it's rare or cheap, and or should say affordable. And they build a lower, and then they just buy a good upper. They buy like a Bravo or a PSA, Spikes, Tactical, or something. That's the most important to them is the barrel and the upper receiver. The lowers, they think it's the same as any other strip receiver. It's just that it's more affordable to get.
Well, there's also people that are buying them and just sitting on them too. I mean, there's plenty of them that sit for a year or 2 years, or longer in a safe, not doing anything, just because people want to have one or two around, especially when Obama and Biden were in office and stuff like that. But
that way, they can build another AR lower, an upper, or just an AR in general, and sell it, just for extra money in case, like I said, when all the gun parts and everything was getting scarce, people are going nuts, paying up the yin-yang just to get a firearm,
So that is, I'll tell you what, though. So you think about them producing, 342,000 and some change, 342,000 lowers.
Wow.
Plus, they produce full rifles too, so they wouldn't be in that. And then you think about how many other companies are doing tons of numbers: Ruger, Smith & Wesson, Palmetto State Armory, and then the higher end stuff, Daniel Defense, all that kind of shit. Dude, that is a lot of AR-15s. That is a shitload of AR-15s. I'd be interested to see how many quote-unquote new AR-15s are in the United States every year. And I would consider a new AR-15 like either you bought a rifle or you build a rifle. So you might have had the lower for 2 years, but when you've actually assembled a rifle, we'll consider that a new AR-15. I want to know how many AR-15s are in the United States every year in the past couple of years. It's got to be going up like crazy.
I know aluminum is a pretty soft metal, but I wonder how many drill bits they went through with 300,000 blowers.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
Right.
We used to do master braking cylinders, and all of our stuff was carbide. We'd run probably a month or two without having to ever change out anything.
So
300,000 receivers, and how many holes are in that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just curious. I have no fucking clue. I'm an idiot when it comes to machining.
When Ape, when you machine something like that, let's say, Anderson does, they do, let's say they do 10,000 lowers, and they're like, okay, we need to change. Do they sharpen those bits, or do they just throw them away?
If they're using insertable stuff, it's literally the tip or like the first, I don't know, quarter inch of the drill bit is a replaceable consumable product. You chuck it in a bin to be recycled, and you get back, I don't know, like 10 or 20% of what you might have paid for it, because vast majority of the insertable carbide tooling used in the United States is made from recycled insertable carbide tooling, because you can't really sharpen, or you can sharpen carbide, but most of these insertable things, they've got specific geometries to like manage your chip flow or have coolant go through it and all that. So they literally get put in a 55-gallon drum, welded up, shipped back to whoever the recycler is. The recycler sells it to a tooling company. They literally take the inserts out, crush them into a fine powder, and then reform them into insertable tooling.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, with the right tool, with the right setup and tooling and machinery, you can run aluminum pretty much, balls out as far as the machine's concerned. And as long as you're not having to hold something like super, super precise, like 4 or 5 decimal places, it will pretty much last indefinitely.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, just like curiosity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that
One.
video where that guy made that strip lower out of soda cans and stuff.
Yeah,
Project
he did a
Farm.
couple of them.
Like,
And that Project Farmcraft 101.
Yeah, he did soda cans, and he did
Wood, and he
and
made
brass?
one out of brass from range brass.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool shit.
Yeah, so if you're interested in metal casting and stuff like that, check out his channel, because he's actually made like a little like a 1-inch parrot gun using the same stuff.
Who's that?
It's Farmcraft 101, I think.
Oh, okay.
And he hasn't gotten busted because it's Farmcraft. If it was Guncraft 101, he'd have been banished a long time ago.
I think he's got a B channel that's the same thing, but I haven't checked that one out for a while.
Is that related to a 50-year-old farm girl?
Do you mean that date that you didn't have lined up for next Tuesday? Wink, wink, nod, nod, say no more?
Yeah, you got it off farmersonly.com.
No, he got it from the Farmers Only. You get it from wish.com.
My damn head stuck in the fence again.
Black screen.
Well, gee, you must be related to Yankee, getting your head stuck underneath the console TV.
Oh, shit. So I didn't know anything about this guy till I saw the article here. Hey, Knives, what's up? YP's out there.
Knives.
Revolver's out there. Grimm's out there. PNW Woods, G23. Buck's out there. Let's see if I missed anybody. Gunpowder's out there. Yeah, I think that's it.
Gunpowder.
New.
Just a sec, right? I just saw a movie called Gunpowder Milkshake. And I thought about Gunpowder. It's on Netflix, man. It's hilarious.
I told her that today on Night Strike's channel.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I watched it. It was actually pretty good. It's kind of campy, kind of funny, but action packed, and I actually kind of enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a pretty good movie, man.
Yeah, Gunpowder Milkshake. That's how she got Tardot into the yard.
That's all I can think of.
Allegedly to the yard. We still haven't found his body.
Yeah. Lead Life's out there. What's going on?
Yeah,
that's how she brings all the Tardots to the yard. I didn't know. I mean, I knew. I heard.
Damn right, it's better than yours.
I seen it on Netflix. Yeah. The new VRF 14 12 gauge semi-auto shotgun from Rock Island Armory. I didn't know anything about this. Did you guys ever see this thing?
I know Rock Island's been like importing all these different less expensive semi-auto AR style shotguns for a while.
And I'm not usually a fan of AR style shotguns visually. Like that, I think most of the time they look kind of funky. And other than this thing being a pistol, I mean, it's a pistol.
Firearm.
firearm, whatever. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's a firearm. If you put a brace on this thing, man, this thing would look bitchin'. It says there is nearly an endless amount of semi-auto shotguns available. Pop-ups on the market today to choose from. However, I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like the VRF-14 from Rock Island Armory. It's the company's newest offering, what takes the concept of the Mossberg Shockwave or Remington TAC-14 and melds it with a gas-operated shotgun concept. The new firearm has just been announced, and as such, no information or on pricing or availability has been made yet. But I think it's pretty sweet looking. I mean, it looks less goofy. It's, the magazine looks really nice. Like it's, the front of it looks pretty cool. It looks kind of beefy and meaty. Similar in style to the VR-80, it does not qualify as a shotgun by the ATF standards. The new firearm is capable of using 2 3/4 and 3-inch shells. It comes with a 5+ capacity magazine, but can also take current 9 and 19 round VR series magazines. It also features flip-up sights, a polymer forend, 14-inch contoured barrel, mobile choke tube, as well as single point sling attachment points at the very rear. VRF-14, like the VR-80, features similar controls for AR users.
Oh man, his finger's not on the trigger.
I know.
Meh.
Guy thinks he's Schwarzenegger or something. Can't even put his finger on the trigger. What a jerk!
Jerks.
And look at that hat. Oh man.
Oh yeah, you gotta turn it backwards.
Freaking driver's cap.
So Skyler.
Put your finger on the trigger, Skyler. Don't be a bitch. In addition to the top Picatinny rail, polymer forend will also feature underslung section, as well as 2 shorter side sections for mounting additional accessories. A majority of the length of the firearm is due to the barrel, and the remainder of the firearm brings the total length up to 26 inches. There you go. And gives the user an unloaded weight of just 6.6 pounds. It's not bad. For more information on the Rock Island, blah, blah, blah. But, so I'll tell you what, that would look pretty sweet with a little pistol brace on it.
Yeah, not a fan.
And, I think one of the biggest issues is what reliability with something like this is going to be reliability with different
magazine,
different rounds and the mag, yeah. But not being able to shoot birdshot out of it, having to shoot slugs or buckshot or something like that, not being able to shoot low brass or low recoil rounds or whatever that you might want to shoot out of it.
I mean, in this class of firearm, we had the TAC 1100, and Remington only had that out for 2 or 3 years, and I think price on that was damn near $1,000 because Remington.
Yeah.
Was
and
it called the 13?
The TAC 14
or 14? 13.
No, the TAC 14 is their 870 Shockwave.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, what was the one with what was the automatic one?
Isn't the Remington 1100 their semi-auto? So I'm thinking it's like the TAC 1100 or something like that.
I don't know. I'm having a brain fart.
If you
gunpowder's got a tar dot in the oven.
Oh man.
Yeah, just remember to leave him in for a little bit longer this time. I don't think when he came out the first time he was quite done.
Let's see, what was that?
So
yeah, TAC 13. Yeah, the TAC 13 was the semi-auto.
Okay.
Is that in 20 gauge or was that in 20 and 12? Did it have multiple?
I know it was in 12 because I was looking at one. I don't know if it was in 20.
The 14, the Remington offerings, I believe, were in just 12 because Mossberg came out with the 20 gauge and the 410 Shockwaves like a year or two after they came out with the regular Shockwave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it just says on the website, just says 12 gauge for the semi. Yeah, I wanted one, but it was too pricey.
Yeah.
I mean, the regular shock waves at the time were 350, 400, somewhere around there. Just like, no, it's cool, but not twice or three times the price cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 2.5 times. Yeah.
Plus, I had a 1187 that jammed all the time, so I was kind of concerned with their mechanisms.
Well, and then I don't know. Does having a shorter barrel make it more prone to being picky with ammo, or not?
Good
Yeah,
question.
less. If it's like gas operated, you've got less time for it to build up pressure. So it's either got to be, either got to have more volume of gas going through, which makes the cycling action more violent, or if it's recoil operated or impulse operated, that's the overall weight of the gun does have a say in the matter.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the Remington has I think it's gas. Because, well, I've got a Stoger, my Goose gun, that 3.5-inch 12-gauge. That's got the same mechanism as the Benelli, the inertia.
Mm-hmm.
Stoger. They should call it the Stoger Goose Gas.
Goose gasser? I tell you what, man, that thing drops them out of the sky like no other. That's my favorite Goose gun, man. I've had a few, and that's my favorite one. The M3500 is the one I have.
Nice.
And I could buy 3 of those and throw them in the ditch and still pay less than my buddies that run Benellis and Berettas.
You're like, no fear. You got a better gun than us.
Gunpowder says, "Cross my fingers. This one ain't a redhead. It's gonna be a redhead girl. Just the evilest thing on the planet."
Oh, what if they had a girl? That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Well, they already have one.
Oh,
but not a little demon redhead. There's more Michigan shit. More Michigan shit going on up there with you. Michigan's college student loses appeal to drop terrorist threat charge. I don't know if I even heard about this. College student in Michigan who posted a picture of a semi-automatic rifle lost an appeal to drop the terrorist threat charge he faces. Lucas Gerhard, a student at Lake Superior State University in Michigan's Upper Peninsula, can be charged for posting a Snapchat story of an AR-15 accompanied by an offensive caption, the Michigan Court of Appeals ruled June 24th. He wrote, "Taking this bad boy up, this ought to make snowflakes melt, eh? And I mean snowflakes as in snow. Wink face." Gerhard wrote in the August 22, 2019 post. This is fucking 2019. That's all the way back then. Referencing his plans to bring his gun with him to college.
Well, we got to remember 2020, just for all the shit that did happen. 2020 didn't exist for like a lot of shit.
Yeah.
After he made the post, 2 Lake Superior State students squealed the public safety department. The university allows students to bring firearms to school so long as they are registered with the campus police. When Gerhard went to register his gun the next morning, he was questioned by security. In his reference to snowflakes, a pejorative for Democrats, liberals, and leftists, Gerhard meant he wanted to make liberal students' minds melt by offending them. Of course, that's what he meant. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, she said, "Shut your mouth." What the hell? Get your.
Look, don't blame him because your genes allowed a little soulless demon baby to be growing inside of you.
Anyhow, it's not my fault.
He wasn't there at the time. He just watched the live stream.
Ugh, that's no bueno. He was arrested and accused of threatening terrorism, a charge he attempted to have thrown out. When he was unsuccessful, he appealed the decision to the extent defendant argues that the facts failed to establish that he made a true threat for purposes of whether the speech in his Snapchat post was protected by the First Amendment. We again disagree, but his arguments are appropriate for consideration by the court, the court said. The law prohibits people from threatening to commit an act of terrorism and communicates the threat to any other person. It defines an act of terrorism as a violent felony, an act dangerous to human life, or one meant to intimidate or coerce a civilian population or influence or affect the conduct of government or a unit of government through intimidation or coercion. So I guess that's where they're saying. They're saying he meant to intimidate or coerce a civilian population. I'm guessing that's what they're saying. So again, like this fucking kid did. I mean, okay, so he made a post with a joke, and then went to register it. He actually took it and was going to register it with the school. So he was, going through the proper channels, doing what he was supposed to do, and fucking kid's going to get strung up for it.
I don't agree with the charges, but when you put that shit on social media, you got to have it in the back of your mind that you're going to get shit. So,
I would say the same thing. It's just like anything else, not anything else, but a lot of the other shit we talk about. Was it a good idea? No, but should this kid be having his life ruined because of it? Absolutely not. Of course not.
no.
And this is. I don't know how old this kid was. What 18?
College kid.
College kid. So I mean, he's got a rifle. So I mean, 18 to 21.
He's probably the only non-liberal college kid out there.
Yeah.
The funny thing is they don't mention who what they kind of reported him. Somebody, because like his Snapchat must have been seen by like so many people, stuff like that they got threatened and they decided to report him. So that way, when he went to go register his rifle, they already knew him. They already knew about him, and they already got him. It
said two other students reported him. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
It said 2 Lake Superior State students alerted the public safety department after he made the post.
See, that's
so 2 people saw it.
Yeah, like the Snapchat. All these, stupid kids get together and go, "Oh, here's my Snapchat. Here's my Snapchat." They don't even know the people. Hey, can I get you on Snapchat? Next thing you know,
the thing is, the Snapchat is when you do content, it doesn't really last very long. It's just like when you make a story, like on Facebook or Instagram. It plays for a little bit and then poop, it's gone.
Yeah.
So it's surprising that somebody saw it.
But you can screenshot it, and it tells the creator that you screenshotted it. But I don't know. Dumbass move on his part.
Yeah, it is. It's it's just like anything else a young person does, a kid does, and they don't realize. They're like, haha, this will be funny, just like anything else, and it comes back to bite them in the ass. And fucking kids, who knows what's going to happen? What this kid's going to be like, how this is going to have changed this kid's life. Yeah,
they don't want anybody doing that.
I can't believe that they're actually going through with charges though, and they didn't actually look at this and be like, hey, this was stupid. You know what I mean? Like but we know it was a joke. But I mean, it's almost like saying they're almost acting like he was going to go murder a bunch of people and they stopped him. Like that's what they're trying to act like. It's like this kid made a joke, but because it could have been real or he could have actually done it because he had a rifle, that they stopped him from doing it. It's like when a 4473 comes back, as do not proceed. And it's like, oh, that means we stopped somebody. No, you didn't stop. I mean, 1 in a million, you might have stopped somebody from getting a gun and commit a crime. But that's the only one out of those however many, that every year they get denied. They get denied because they have a fucking parking ticket or a speeding ticket, or they owe money to somebody, or they didn't do this, that, or the other thing, or they fucking signed something wrong. They filled out the 4473 wrong, or they didn't put their social security number and somebody else has the same name. I
was just reading another article. He's 21, and they said that the bayonet that was on the rifle affected their decision of arresting him.
Defer.
So again, it's exactly what it's fucking exactly what I'm saying. They looked at this and they're like, well, so now it's even farther. It's like, oh, he's got a bayonet. I got a bayonet in my gun safe right over here for my AR-15. I've had that bayonet since I was 10 years old. I had that bayonet more than 15 years. Jesus, 20 years or something before I even had an AR-15. You know what I mean? Like, you can't put 2 and 2 together and get 12. You know, these guys put 2 and 2 together and got 12. They're like, well, he had an AR-15 and a bayonet, and he made a joke, so he was gonna shoot up the school. Bullshit! It's fucking stupid. They should have let him go.
They're making an example. That's what it is. They don't want anybody else doing that shit. And if they could, in their minds, if we could stop it from happening right now here, they won't be doing this again.
Well, that's exactly
what it is.
That's exactly what happened. They're heroes in their mind. They're heroes, and they stopped the school shooting or something.
Yeah.
When in reality,
what's going on?
In reality, when he registered the gun, and when people not registered, when he was reported, they should have went to talk to the kid, and they should have just let the kid's dad slap him in the back of the head a couple times, call him an asshole, and be like, "Fucking stupid. This is what happens when you make jokes about shit," and then everybody goes about their business. Life goes on. Fucking stupid, man.
Yeah, I mean, I could understand if the guy didn't go and, get it, like you said, reported that he has it, and maybe he had like ammo and some freaking plan or manifesto or some shit. I could see that. But I mean, he just did a stupid move, and he should have just been like a stern warning or something.
Who hasn't?
Maybe community service.
He probably had a stockpile of 20 rounds.
Yeah.
He had a stockpile of, and he had an abundance of 2 mags or something.
And a flashlight,
Yeah, it had a flashlight on it. So he was going to kill people at night, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, geez, man.
Yeah, it makes you mad. It makes you disappointed. It just makes you like shake your head and just be like, ugh, man, throw your hands up and be like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
It's more bullshit and it's bad for you.
Yeah. Need more.
Hey, was there any more up-to-date articles or anything news about those people in that hotel room that they had their guns and they had ammo and stuff?
I did hear other people talking about it, but and I do remember hearing people say 1 or 2 things that wasn't in the article that I looked at, but I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, because I saw it in the news. I think it was this week, but they just mentioned that they were just caught, that they had rifles in the room and ammunition, and they were across from a stadium and all this other stuff, and that's it. No, nothing about if they had intentions or what the heck was going on.
Well,
all that they stopped them.
Yeah, and I did hear something about the group of people that was pretty shady, I think, but I don't remember. Foss says tactical flashlights have those dangerous bumpy parts on the front. Yeah, you could totally split somebody's eyebrow open with one of them. You should probably get rid of those fuckers too. They should probably have Nerf on the front of them. I have a Nerf bayonet, so that when I go out in public and I would take my AR-15, I just put the Nerf bayonet on it, and then nobody gets scared.
You can't put Nerf foam on the end of these tactical flashlights; it just catch on fire. Then you get the dripping melted plastic on people. That's no bueno.
No. Honestly, if I went somewhere and some dude was running around with even in like a gun range, was running around with a Nerf bayonet on the end of an AR-15, I might report him. I'm like, this dude's fucking crazy.
Excuse me, Mr. Range Officer, he's not sharing the Neftal with me.
Yeah. This guy's got an AR-15. I don't give a shit about that, but he's got a fake bayonet on the front. That worries me a little bit.
That's just not right.
Yeah. South Carolina Rep Nancy Mace carrying gun after house vandalization. Let's see. Representative Nancy Mace at the end of 2020. I got my concealed carry permit for South Carolina based on the threats that I was receiving on my life. And it wasn't until this vandalism incident at my home where I decided, okay, now's the time for me to actually use my concealed carry permit. And so for me, whenever I go in South Carolina and I'm allowed to carry, I have a firearm on my person, always carrying. And I have to tell you, as a mom, as a single mom, oh boy, that just jumped. It is one of the most empowering things I have done. I also have an opportunity to teach my kids about gun safety. I think that's really important, so they're not afraid. They know how to handle a firearm if they're ever near one. I think those things are really extremely important. So there you go. It's an awesome message. She's in the process of getting a concealed carry permit for DC. I want to make sure I follow all the laws, but I'm not going to be put in a position where I can't defend myself. And we've seen political violence increasing over the last year, over the last year to year and a half. And I want to make sure that I can defend myself and my family and my values and the things that I believe in. So that's cool. That's good. That's a positive message. That was really well written statement, or well spoken. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. What she said was really well stated.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that. I mean, I can't imagine she was anti-gun or too anti-gun if she went this head first into it. She was maybe indifferent or whatever, but or did it say she had her permit but just didn't carry? I think it might have said she had a permit but didn't carry. When something happens to somebody, all of a sudden the light bulb goes off and says, "Oh boy, if this would have went a little bit differently, I might have actually needed it." And somebody was having a chat. I forget who the hell it was. And they were talking about people becoming pro-gun and whatnot, and they brought up Tim Pool, and they were saying how pro-2A and pro-gun Tim Pool is, and they were saying it's of recent, and I was like, yeah, because some dude showed up at his freaking house, some nut job showed up at his house and was pounding on his door, and he thought like, oh shit, like what if this guy gets in? And it's kind of a bummer. I mean, it's good and it's bad because that happened, and he decided, hey, times, I got to have something to protect myself. It's a shame that it had to happen to bring him to that point, and that more people don't just look at these stories that happen and think like, boy, what if that was me? All of a sudden it was him, and he was like, oh shit, what do we do? Like, what am I going to do? Grab a tennis racket and whack this dude in the freaking head, I think he called the cops, and the cops made him leave, and I think he came back or something. I don't remember. It was a while ago. But, yeah, that's cool. It's a neat article. I'm glad I found. This one goes along with last week, actually. Oops. I got to click something to share it, not just share nothing. Get rid of that. Gun company Culper Precision has stopped selling a new pistol customized with brightly colored block pieces after toy maker Lego issued the company cease and desist. Culpeper handgun, dubbed the Block 19, is a customized semi-automatic Glock firearm covered with yellow, red, and blue Lego-like pieces on the barrel and grip, giving the fully functioning weapon the appearance of a toy. Culpeper, based in Provo, Utah, introduced the Lego-style gun last week. I actually heard this happened. The cease and desist went out. Listening to Jimmy and Tony the other day on the Early Watch, they had brought it up, and I think that there's a lot of mixed thoughts on this. Foss says there's an old saying, a Democrat is a Republican that hasn't been mugged yet. Yeah. I think that there's a couple ways that people are viewing stuff like this. One, that's awesome, and you should be able to do whatever the hell you want. There's people that say that's horrible, It looks like a toy, and you shouldn't be allowed to make something like that. And I sit somewhere in the middle where I think, like, that's pretty cool. I think it's really neat, but I don't think it's a good idea for everybody. I think if you're the kind of person that doesn't have kids running around, or maybe you have older kids that are handgun savvy and they understand that it's a real gun, I think fine. Have at it. The kid, the gun guy in me thinks it's super freaking cool, and I would like to own one. But the dad in me says, nah, it's not a great idea to have around. But regardless, Lego said, fuckers, nuh-uh, no way. We don't want nothing to do with this shit. And they sent him a cease and desist.
Is it that they actually said we don't want any part of this, or was it, oh yeah, that thing that you have there is or that interlocking way you have there is technically our intellectual property, so fuck off?
Well,
so I know that Lego is, you wouldn't think of it from, Legos are fun little toys that get caught underfoot and cause of divorce and all that. Lego is one of those companies you do not fuck with. They're kind of like Disney in that respect.
They are a huge worldwide corporation too. And yeah, for sure. And I did hear a number a year or two ago about how many Legos are sold and what their sales are and that kind of stuff. And it was mind-boggling because you don't think about it. I mean, I know when I was a kid, they were starting to become really, really popular. But nowadays, you think about all the stuff they sell to adults, the Star Wars stuff, the huge whatever, and the stuff that even adults buy that are, well, I mean, the dude at the Capitol for the Capitol January 6th had a Capitol Lego set. It was the Capitol building
box.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that kind of stuff. And those big kits, like they make like the Death Star or something. They're hundreds of dollars. They're super expensive.
Yeah. They used to make one that was like what the heck is it? It's like a 10-foot long Super Star Destroyer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Like $5,000.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's something like 20,000 pieces or something like that.
Yeah. If you're doing shit like that, you got money to burn.
Or you don't have kids.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I mean Lego. I mean Lego in general, like the company. If they're doing stuff like that just to do it, they're sitting okay. And on Wednesday, Danish toy maker Lego said in a statement that it had asked Culper to stop selling the Block 19. We have contacted the company, and they have agreed to remove the product from their website and not make or sell anything like this in the future. It's like, knock it off and don't fucking do it again. They took it down. We here at Culpeper Precision are grateful for the attention that Block 19 is currently getting across the globe, the company said in a statement. It seems that no matter what we create in the firearms industry, anti-gunners seem to leverage every true innovation shortly after it's released to talk about why guns are bad. Well, I think that's a little disingenuous because you've got a whole lot of people that are pro-gun not liking that too. So not only did you really piss off one side, but you kind of divided the other one. So I can't say that.
You ever seen that one? I think they had a Glock also that looked like that IR pistol from the Nintendo, from the Super Nintendo.
The Zapper.
The Zapper they're using Duck Hunt. They had one that was painted similar like that,
Yep. So I would be interested to know exactly why their cease and desist was legitimate. Like, was it because they didn't? I mean, I don't think it doesn't say Lego on there anyway. And there's other companies that build blocks that work like Legos. They work with Legos,
but they are not compatible with.
I don't know about that. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's shit out there that is. I mean, Lego is such an old company that whatever patents they used to have or whatever, I'm sure they've got to run. They've run out, right? People can build them.
A patent, or is it? I don't know. It started in like 65 or something. I don't know. I guess it depends on how long patents run for in where are they based, Denmark again.
Yeah, maybe.
So how long it lasts over there, or how long it
Mm-hmm.
lasts in the U.S., or if it's just one of those things where, yeah, we can file a cease and desist. We might not have a real leg to stand on, but we have the greenbacks to back up a long, protracted legal battle to bleed you dry. If you don't know why.
Right. And yeah, exactly. And Lego could say to them, like, hey, we don't like this, and we're going to fucking ruin you if you don't knock it off, whether you can legally do this or not. So they could, who knows? But yeah, I don't know. I know they did mention Lego. They keep saying they do use the word Lego. They Lego type blocks and Lego blocks. But I don't think it says Lego anywhere on there, but I don't know that it matters at this point.
Yeah, I think they're just going based off of the way it looks.
Mm-hmm.
It resembles Lego blocks. So
There's a table, some casters.
Castor oil, castor beans.
Yeah, caster wheels. All right, let's see what's on Instagram.
Instagram.
it's time for Instagram.
In space, but really from somewhere in Pennsylvania. You're muted, Midnight.
Yeah, I know. Instagrams. Oh, I posted something on Instagram today.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you didn't see it? I tagged you in it.
Thing.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, a lot of people don't. This is a really cool invention. If you've ever overwatered a plant and killed that sumbitch, fear no more. These straws are designed to suck out the extra water out of your plant so your plant doesn't drown. Awesome invention. They should make them in the cool, crazy straw glasses shaped like back in the day. Yeah, that's pretty awesome, right? So if you overwater your plant, you just stick that straw down there, and then you can, with your mouth, you just suck out the extra water. It's perfect.
There's a like joke in there somewhere, but I just can't for the life of me figure a hard way to put it.
It's either that or those are Moscow mules. I'm not sure.
Moscow, la 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 la.
Foss says he commented on it. You'll take any opportunity to suck it. You can. You'll take any opportunity to suck it. You can. There you go. Suck on this can.
Suck on that succotash, sucker.
Yeah, sucker. Let's see what's going on here on Saved. I know there's a couple good ones here this week.
Hey, I'm behind.
And
Oh, that bullshit. Hey.
This is why you don't get the stretchy belts.
Dude, oh my god, that wrecked that dude. He laid it on the back of his head.
And the cushion didn't even have the courtesy to cushion it for him.
Yeah, I know exactly.
That's when the strap of my underwear gets caught in the toilet.
When you have one of those stretchy belts and it gets caught under the toilet seat and snaps you back in the ass. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. If you look out the right side of the aircraft, you will notice Flight 195 challenging us to a race. I've turned the fasten your seatbelt signs on because shit is about to get real. Dude, if I heard a captain say that when I was on a flight, I think I'd tip him $20. That would be awesome. If I charge, follow me. If I retreat, kill me. If I die, avenge me. What kind of shit are you trying to get into at Target, man?
Hey, man, someone takes those Mega Block, not Power Wheels toys pretty damn seriously.
That's for sure. Looking at those knockoff toys there.
Mm-hmm.
Moo, did you see that I tagged you in I saw it again, but I tagged you in this, and Guns and Barbecue saw it. Did you see it?
I don't think so.
It's a patch from Tactical Outfitters. It says smoked brisket, not meth. I thought that was pretty cool.
I think you need that in your life.
Me by my physical appearance that I smoke.
Yeah.
Well, you haven't melted your face off yet, so you're doing good.
This was pretty funny. Okay, so top left is Ryan Gosling wearing a shirt with Macaulay Culkin, and then it's Macaulay Culkin wearing a shirt of Ryan Gosling wearing that shirt, and then it's Gosling wearing a shirt of Macaulay Culkin wearing the shirt of him wearing the shirt, and then it's Macaulay Culkin wearing. It's like Inception. And I thought,
An infinity shot.
This is the coolest shit. This is so
That's
cool.
hilarious.
That is really funny. And if you've never listened to an interview or something with Macaulay Culkin, he's a pretty cool dude.
He is. Wasn't he on Rogan?
Yeah, he was on Rogan. I've seen him on a couple other things.
Yeah, he's pretty cool, man. I was really surprised
for a kid that, and if you hear him talk, could have very easily been screwed up. You know, he was pretty lucky because I know he got out of acting. He was like, "Whoa, this is too much for me," or whatever. And he's just kind of like a normal dude, seems like it anyway, with a bunch of money. But when I saw this, I was like, okay, that's some of the funniest shit ever. I really like that.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. We should have had this one for Father's Day. Brought my kid a burrito today, and he pulls this fucking shit, shaking my damn head. Anyone want a free son? I'm not going to put up with this shit. And look at his mouth. You can totally tell that he was like, what the fuck are you doing? Hold on a second. Let me take a picture of that. And he's just like, what?
Like a piece of watermelon.
Instructions not included.
Did you see this shit at the Olympics? They're making the beds like, apparently, I don't know if this is real anyway. The beds are made like kind of flimsy so that they can't have sex on them. Athletes reportedly given anti-sex bed at the Tokyo Olympic Village.
Oh, yeah, that'll work.
You mean you can't just pull the mattress off onto the floor like every other trailer trash person in the world does?
Who has sex in a bed anyway? Jesus.
Well, look, not everybody enjoys pulling splinters out of their ass from a wooden floor like you do, Moo, all right?
Put your hands against the wall and spread them.
This comes after athletes were warned not to use any of the free condoms that would be given to them as per Olympic tradition. Instead, athletes were told to bring them back home as souvenirs and props to raise awareness for HIV and AIDS.
Yep, I got the HIV and the AIDS because they didn't want me to use this condom.
It's not HIV anymore. It's called the high five.
The high five.
I forget what this one is. Oh, okay. So I've always wondered why more people don't, like, when they do like scare pranks, jump pranks, scare things, hidden people kind of jumping out at you. More people don't get their ass kicked. So this dude jumps out, and the other guy slaps him, kind of hits him, and this dude's like,
Hold on, man. Hold on. Hey, man. Hold on.
just totally lays into him.
Hey, dude, hold on, man. Hold on. Hey, man. Hold on. Hey.
Blast him in the face. Hey, you scared somebody. You deserve to get. You get punched in the face. You get it.
Did you ever see those videos where those two brothers, I think they were brothers or friends, that they dressed up like Middle Eastern people, terrorists? They would be like in the garb and stuff, and they would like run up to you, and they throw like a backpack to get us like a bomb, or they would come and act like they're gonna shoot you and stuff. There was actually one guy that actually shot one of those two brothers, one of those two guys, and I was like, "Duh, you guys gonna end up doing something stupid. You're gonna get hurt,"
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe that happened, man. But I mean, it did happen like a couple years back,
There's a video you can find too where a guy was filming another person, and it was after like the what was that shit called? Bath salt shit. Like the bath salt shit was going on,
Oh yeah, where people are going crazy.
People were like zombies.
Like zombies,
yeah. And this dude was running around like scaring people, acting like he was all fucked up, was all tweaked out. And he ran onto this basketball court, and there was a bunch, like 6 dudes playing basketball. He ran up like he was all crazy. And one dude pulled out a gun and chased after him. He's lucky he didn't get shot.
I saw that one. Yeah. I saw that one. I remember that one. Once you said basketball court, I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I remember that. Dude, that
And
was
your mom-
messed up. That guy was scared. That guy got freaked.
I like this. It says when
You know,
your
it's just-
when your mom turns off the Wi-Fi because it's quote unquote nice outside.
Turns off the Wi-Fi because it's nice outside.
There he goes. Perfect.
When your mom turns off the Wi-Fi.
Dude, she caught it right in the side of it. Like that, he kicked that ball hard as shit too.
And
oh man, it's gonna be a mark.
Oh man. see if I can catch it right after it hits her. She's just destroys her glasses. Yeah, man. Whew. That had to hurt like a son of a bitch. This next one was actually, and I've had situations like this, and I never thought of doing something like this. And this is brilliant. When you can't quite reach that bolt in the frame rail, just tape it to your damn finger and put your finger. Because how many times? Like, there's been a couple of times where, I mean, I remember trying to change the light bulbs in my wife's taillight in her, and she had a Mitsubishi Eclipse. Dude, I couldn't even touch those bulbs. I had to take it into the car place to have them do it because I didn't have tools that would fit back there. But there's other times where like this, you got to put a nut on the back of something. I can't even touch it. I was like, well, that's a brilliant idea. Just tape it to your damn finger.
if the tape will stick to your finger.
That's true.
Mm.
That guy's got some crusty fingers.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually what Moo's fingers look like after taco night.
Well, you got to let the poop dry first so the electrical tape sticks to it.
That's true. Yeah, okay. When you had one beer to kill a hangover and accidentally get hammered again, things are now in motion that cannot be undone.
Wait, was that me today?
Well, maybe. I don't know. Did you pick up that packet? Did you pick up that package I sent you a picture of?
Uh-oh.
The Street
Is it
Fight?
your-
Oh
is
yeah,
it your wiener?
the Natty Light pallet for $1,300.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. This is me trying to sleep. My girlfriend.
Initials and with cement. Ever gone mountain biking? What do you want to be when you grow up? What's the right tip? Have you called a plumber to your home lately? How superstitious are you? How much money would it take to make you spend a night in a cemetery? Would you display this as a trophy? Do you have a pet? Do you have a sweet tooth? Do you believe in the...
Do you have a pet? Do you have a sweet tooth?
Make it so, number one.
All right. So pineapple and non-pineapple eaters. We have to put aside our differences because we have a common enemy now. It's a kiwi pizza.
Kiwi pizza. Oh,
No,
I'd still eat it. I don't care.
I would like try a small slice and
Who would
then
eat
probably throw it in your face. No.
Is there ham and bacon on it too? I don't know.
It looks like ham. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'd eat it.
it's like
Well, I
it looks
mean,
like jalapenos.
I'd give it a shot, I'd give it a shot.
Why not?
The only real benefit the kiwi has is that it's larger pieces, so you can pick it off.
Yeah.
There's Maj with a fuck Wuhan shirt.
The Wu-Tang Clan? No.
the Wuhan
yeah.
clan.
Wuhan clan.
This one's
Clan,
a
what?
mess. Look at that. That's a nightmare right there.
Baby batter?
I don't know, man. I don't know what it is.
If it's coming out that color, you might have an infection.
Whew. True.
It's like $50 off the paycheck.
Looks like pancake.
Ooh.
Maybe pancake batter?
Yeah, it could be a crepe batter or something. Yeah. Looks
If
like-
it was hollandaise sauce, I would hang myself.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, if you've never picked up a trash trash bag and had the bottom rip out of it and that happened, oh my God. Dude, that's the
man.
biggest
Oh.
bummer.
But
At least
Midnight
the
Management
dozen
was able to save 50 cents per box by switching over to this crap.
times. It's one of those green ones too. Piece of shit. I think it's made out of celery leaves or something.
Dishwashers aren't supposed to do that when the door's open, by the way.
I mean, maybe.
Mine does.
Seat number 1, basket of fries, special instructions, lightly fried. I don't know, guys. It just gives up. I don't know.
You know the thing.
Well, a pound of chicken wings hot.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I don't know who did this.
If
Whoops.
you if you want something to boil over, if you want cream to boil over, all you got to do is look away for 9 seconds. I'll tell you that. You could stare at that thing for an hour. It won't do anything. You bend over to tie your shoe, and it's fucking explodes. Flour's a bitch.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh.
Kiwi pizza. Gunpowder Beauty's she's got a kiwi in the oven. She's probably thinking that kiwi pizza sounds pretty good right about now.
Yeah, give her
Probably
another
put
month or two. She'll be eating the shit out of that.
She's putting anchovies on it and all sorts of stuff. Anchovies. She'll be putting kiwis, anchovies, and ranch. She'll call it a kiwi ranchovy pizza.
Yeah, and add a little
I'd
bit
still
of
eat it.
relish,
Yeah.
relish and jelly.
More than 60 people sickened at a chemical incident at a Texas water park. Did you hear about this?
What, somebody
Yeah.
knocked over the vat of chlorine?
Well, I don't know where it is, and I'm trying to let me see where it is here. It's at Six Flags.
Nothing
That
good ever
happened.
happens at
That
Six
happened.
Flags.
Yeah, that happened
Probably
up here in
what?
Michigan.
Dallas, San Antonio.
Becoming sick.
In Spring, Texas, wherever Spring, Texas is. So
Texas.
it was at
That's
a bunch of people got sick of it, and they said that the chemical combination was about 30 to 30% sulfuric acid and 10 to 13% bleach.
Yeah, you do not want aerosolized
Yeah,
chlorine at all. That stuff will.
yeah.
Fun fact,
Mustard gas.
children. Huh? No, it's chlorine gas.
Ammonium bleach. Yeah, ammonia, and you don't want that.
Isn't that mustard
It
gas?
generates chlorine gas,
Mm-hmm.
not mustard gas. Chlorine gas is a lot worse because chlorine binds with the water molecules in the air and becomes hydrochloric acid.
That's what
I
happens
thought
when you mix
Rasputia
toilet
probably
bowl
farted.
cleaner with bleach.
Rasputia.
Anyway,
So it says
Ooh, like
it says it's thunder, right? So it just says it's thunder. So I'll tell you what. if you ever want somebody to be in like a life change, not life changing, but like a life threatening situation where you want somebody to be your wingman, don't call this guy.
I like how he grabs the scooter and then drops it.
He's like, she screams, "What is that?" He goes, "I don't know." And he's like, rolls on the ground,
Fucking
terrified.
thunder, you dipshit.
Yeah, it must have had
must
some
have been pretty
lightning hit
damn
real
close.
Yeah, it sounds like it was close. Like it would scare the shit out of me too.
Yeah, but you
Like-
just duck and then you go, wow.
Man, I
Not
think we've
run.
all been there where it just kind of goes white for a half second, then for some
Yeah.
reason everything's rumbling. That's not
that
life
you
changing, but
crying or the
definitely
kids?
pants changing.
Yeah, I know.
Man down.
He just takes the digger right into the.
The best part is it's almost like somebody in a horror movie. They fell over nothing.
Right.
He fell running across concrete. Like
Maybe that same.
Tripped
just
over
couldn't
there.
get his feet up far enough. This is still being talked about. The Olympics banned a black woman for smoking weed, another black woman for not being womanly enough, and also banned swimmer cap. The swimmer cap thing, I don't fucking get that at all. But okay, she got busted for smoking weed, and she got a ban. And so did Michael Phelps back in the day. He got a longer sentence, but and he missed. They pulled a bunch of shit from him. And another black woman for not being womanly enough. So that's a transgender thing. Listen, motherfuckers, like she didn't get busted for smoking weed because she's black. She got busted for smoking weed because she smoked weed. And this other person is not, this transgender woman is not going to be allowed to compete, not because she's black, but because she's fucking transgender. So don't make everything, not everything is about race.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's for people.
When
like
you make
They
everything,
like to say that.
not everything is about race unless you make it about race, and that's where things like that just bug the shit out of me. It's like we're never going to get past and be able to deal with racial issues if everything is it's the same thing. It's like, you know, when you say like, well, if you're always, you know, when you're dealing with a kid or something like that, if you're always yelling, then you're never yelling. You know what I mean? You know, if everything is about race, then nothing is about race, or it just doesn't matter anymore. That's no good. Okay. So this is from good old Tosh Point Out. So this woman is an arm wrestler, and she's already got a cast on her right arm. All right.
Left-handed
Dude, that is, oh god, that is
He should have
gross.
listened to Paul Harvey and took Citracal. Because that's got calcium for your
Big
bones.
guy dead.
Ugh.
I mean, how fragile are your freaking bones if that happened?
Now how is she going to wipe her poon?
She can just wrap a towel around a cast, I guess. You know, use a toilet brush or something else.
Like a one wood or something. Just wrap it in a whole
Yeah.
roll of paper towel.
Sucks in bear country.
Oh,
Oh,
this
that's bad.
fucking shit. Did you
This
guys
is-
see this shit?
Yeah, this is from a long time ago. Yeah, he got fucked
Yeah.
right up.
I never saw this.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, so I listened to this guy's story. I listened to the video, though we won't play the whole video with his interview and whatnot. But so he works for the forestry department. So he comes up upon this mother bear and two cubs. The mother bear takes off after him. He sprays her with bear mace. She chomps on his arm a couple times and, like, you know, messes him up a little bit. Not horrible. And then he gets up. She walks away. He gets up down the path again and turns around, and she's like 10 feet behind him again. And she comes after him and jumps on him again before he can like get his gun out or, you know, whatever. And so she ripped a chunk of his scalp off. He got a bunch of bites on his face and his arm, obviously. And his left arm, when they show it, is just shredded.
Oh, it's like a question mark.
I thought it was a bone sticking out, and it's not. It's tendons. But when she bit and ripped into his arm, she pulled tendons. She ripped tendons and pulled them out of the skin.
Life sucks in bear country. Just had a
What
cruiser
a
with
fucking
two cubs
stud.
come at me from about 80 yards, and I sprayed the shit out of her with bear spray. She got my head good. I don't know what's under my hat. My ear, my arm, pieces of stuff hanging out. I don't know.
Look
what's
at that.
going on in there. I think my arm's
Jesus
broke, but
Christ.
legs are good. Internal organs are good. Eyes are good. I just walked out 3 miles and I go to the hospital. So be safe out there.
By God's grace, his life and
Dang.
iPhone were spared.
Dude, the adrenaline that must have been pumping through that dude, it had to be insane for him not to be like, him to almost be acting like he's not in any pain at all. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
No, he's clearly in shock.
Yeah. Yeah. He's just like, hey, so, you know, I almost got murdered by a bear, you know? Oof. Yeah, they showed his arm and I was just like, oh my God.
Did you see the after with when they pulled his hat off?
Yes, I saw the picture. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I mean, you can only just, I guess the best way to describe his side of his head is he's got a meat flap.
Yep. He was like almost scalped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a pretty cool video of a head stabilization of a falcon. So the falcon is it's a very windy area. There's an updraft. So he's just sitting there chilling. But look at his head stay still. How cool is that?
He's just watching the motorcycle race.
Yeah, maybe. He didn't want to buy a ticket.
That is pretty cool, though.
It's neat. Like, I've never seen a video like this. You know, look how stable that is. It's really awesome. And it's, you know, they say it's just so that way their eyes shouldn't ever move. Like when they find a prey, their eyes get fixed on it, their head stays still, and then their body moves so that way they never have to move their eyes. Pretty cool. Everyone in Singapore above the
that
age.
box is way too big for me.
Yeah, that's a whole bunch of them that you probably have in your refrigerator to eat
It's
for
like
snacks.
a whole bag of them.
There's a whole bag of them. Yeah. It says everybody in Singapore is automatically registered as an organ donor. I'm okay with that. I think that's actually pretty neat.
Hey Timmy, we need a new liver. Go smack that dude over there, will you? Because we know he's already an organ donor.
I never really thought of this. I've always seen this video, right? The old Buster Keaton movie where yeah, where they have the wall come down and it comes on down around him and he goes through the window. I never really thought about it, but like it says this Buster Keaton stunt was so dangerous, half the crew walked off the set rather than help him do it. I never really thought about it. You always see it's like, wow, that's really dangerous and blah, blah, blah. But I never thought about it from the other side, as so many people wouldn't have wanted him to do it, didn't want anything to do with it because they didn't want to be tied to it if he got smashed, you know?
Measure twice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, it's like, dude, you measure it, you try and figure all that out. Fuck,
no way.
Man. All it has to be is a foot left, right, or up or down. Like in any direction, he would have been killed, you know? Hold on, mommy's fighting with the strangers on the internet.
The baby.
This guy says just the comment says just a second, sweetie. This one says, "Is that Chrissy Teigen?" A guy in northern Bosnia has had 5 meteorites hit his house in a year. He claims aliens were targeting his house. Scientists are now studying the area for magnetic anomaly. Honestly, though, like I said here in the comment section, I said that dude's probably rich from selling them.
Get down.
Look, it's not the aliens or magnetic anomaly. His mother is just incredibly, incredibly fat.
That's true.
Too much gravity. She's got her own gravity.
British people be like, super bloke. So stupid. This guy trash can this page trash can Paul has some of the funniest, dumbest shit on it ever. It's just so stupid, most of them, but they make you giggle. Speaking of space, so what do you do for a living? I hunt and kill aliens. What? Aliens don't exist. Have you ever seen one? No. You're fucking welcome.
Can't argue with that logic.
That's true. That's true. Check this video out. Oops. Oh, hey, and
I think I want to rent that truck.
Now watch the driver when he gets out. The driver is like, this dude's like devastated. He's like, oh my God.
Nah, like whatever.
God damn, what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, he's like, you almost got blood all over my tires, you dumb kid.
And he's like, screw you. I'm taking my little razor and I'm going home.
Yeah. She reaches down seductively. I guide her hand to my zipper. She unzipped my fanny pack by mistake. Ravioli spill out everywhere.
Hey, Ghost.
So dumb. I love it.
Now I want ravioli.
Ghost.
Anytime is ravioli time.
That's right.
Me rolling up to a place with world famous hot dogs, about to judge them with my expertise.
More onion.
Yeah.
Chili. What's this week's stuff?
It's supposed to be as a world class sandwich judge. Okay, so it says, me when I was pregnant, thinking about all of those cute newborn baby pics I'll be able to make of my sweet girl to look back on. And in the comment section, I wrote, "Congratulations, Steve Buscemi, on the new baby."
One ugly baby.
Yeah. Well, there's some comments in there that are like, she looks exactly like the baby. Like, what, how can she complain? She looks just like her mom. I was like, ouch.
Maybe he was pissed.
Yeah. Cisco's here.
Fragile.
Fragile underneath a bunch of other boxes.
It must be French.
Yeah.
No, fragile.
It's Italian.
Mm-hmm.
When Harrison Ford was asked if Han Solo was a Force Ghost in The Rise of Skywalker, his answer was, I have no fucking idea what a Force Ghost is, and I don't care. I hope that's true.
I just want to be left the fuck alone unless I want to do something.
Yeah, I hope that's true. Speaking of Force Ghosts, there's one out there right now. I don't know if this is true. Ape, you were there. Is this true? Man kills a thing after their...
Hey, look, man.
During a threesome.
I was just hired to provide the tarps, the hydroxychloroquine, and the camera and lights. All right, I was not there. I was not there to run it. I simply said, spray the stuff off with the Lysol when you're done. Otherwise, you're not getting your $1,200 deposit back. All right.
He was in charge of the script in case the actors couldn't remember their lines. Like, oh my god, oh damn it, what was the line again? Oh my god, oh this is good. Oh, okay, I got it.
How many times did they touch though?
I don't know, right?
Because
look, it's only an issue if you look into their eyes, make eye contact for more than 10 seconds.
This comment says, if only they said no homo in the beginning, old boy would still be alive.
Well, if there's 3 dudes, balls are going to touch.
I don't know. One of them could have been fixed in a way that's not conventional.
There's that electric tape with that nut stuck to the end of the finger.
That's right. Woman breaks into dentist's office and pulls 13 teeth from unconscious patient.
Yeah, there's some real freaks out there.
42-year-old woman who is not a dentist
wait
broke into a dental office she claimed she used to work at and stole $22,000 in cash and checks during the May 3rd break-in. The suspect also told detectives she performed tooth extraction surgery on an unconscious patient on her own time.
You stole my teeth.
My teethers.
You stole my tooths.
Now I could have used dentures.
I don't know if I've shown some stuff on the show before. I don't know if you follow Patriot Gun Polishing. They're out of Florida. These guys do some crazy awesome work.
Ain't that who Wanky did or got for his 686 that he wanted mirror pimped?
I don't know, but I had told Tony Simon about him, and I think that's who Tony had he has a 357 done by them, I think. Because I had found him online and I tagged him in something. I was like, check this out. But this is a SIG 220 that they do. Yeah, like polished and gold. Pretty sweet looking, man.
I dig it.
Very nice.
Yeah. Like, I don't always love the silver and gold, you know what I mean? But that looks pretty damn cool in this one. And the barrel's in has the gold too. Check that out. That's really cool.
Nice if Sig bothered to put a full length guide rod in there instead of just having that gaping hole there.
Yeah, that is a little weird, huh? Yeah.
Oh, that's that Gen, whatever you call it. I forget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's I especially thought that the barrel, the end of the barrel being plated too was pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Maybe it shoots.
I think the whole thing is the whole barrel's been plated.
Oh yeah, possibly.
Yeah, because if you look back toward where the ejection port is. That's gold.
Oh, yeah. What am I thinking? Yeah, of course. Yeah. That's part of the barrel. Yeah. Stupid. How to have a good brunch shift. Call in sick.
Bitchy waiter.
Here you go.
Gunpowder beauty.
Put away your laundry or I'll punch you in the face. Love, Mom.
There you go, Jesse.
I don't know. So what's even weirder is they call their kid Sweaty. It's called Tough Love Sweaty. I think.
Well, maybe that's why they're so pissed that they're not putting away the laundry. They're so damn sweaty.
That could be true.
Nobody wants to touch that nasty shit.
Okay, I'll see you soon. I love you. I love you too, barbecue squirrel. I mean, baby girl, the side chick.
I mean, hey, if you can find the squirrel that'll work at the barbecue for you, that's a keeper.
There you go, for sure. I think we might have shown this one.
Oh yeah. Oh,
before.
Yeah.
This chick gets launched. She looks like a dead body flying through the damn air.
I meant to do that.
Yeah. It's like pretty cool, huh? Do you guys see my teeth up there? I don't think I have any ribs left. Fucking A.
I mean, she's pretty skinny, so, it's kind of like throwing a styrofoam peanut.
Yeah. This fucking dude. Piece of shit. Runs up, snags a kid. Takes off. Throws a kid in the car. Another dude in the car. They're actually looking for the other guy. And the mom is able to get the kid out of the car. And they're like holding on to the kid. Fuck that, man. That dude needs to be strung up by his feet and just used as a piñata by the mom, the fucking Louisville Slugger.
No. Let's not use the Louisville Sluggers. Solid steel broad.
Did you ever see the one where they're at a store or laundromat or something, and this woman just comes out of nowhere from the coming into the front door and just grabs a kid and just runs, man. Just like, dang, what the heck,
Yeah. It's crazy. This one is scary. Your little girl goes to get off the bus, and the door shuts, and it grabs her freaking backpack.
This bitch doesn't even bother to make sure she's actually gone.
Yeah, she doesn't. The driver doesn't notice, and the little girl gets drugged 1,000 feet until a car. It was beside her blowing the horn, and she looks over and she's like, "Oh my god!" And of course, this. Of course, this woman got fired and whatever, and I will say this: that this is horrible, and it's an accident, and it's a loss of focus, and she wasn't paying attention like she should have, and but it was an accident. I mean, people are in the comment section saying that she's a horrible person and she should be this and that, and they should she should be killed, or I'd kill her, all this kind of stuff. Yeah, it's horrible, but it was an accident. But yeah, it's pretty scary. It's amazing.
Who's this asshole standing behind her, distracting her?
Yeah, I don't know either. It doesn't say, I read the article here, and it doesn't say anything about who that person is. If it was an older student, I don't think it was. I don't know who it is.
Do you could be one of those bus monitors?
Could be.
Apparently, forgot the keyword monitor.
Not doing a very good job fucking monitoring. You got a kid dragging on the outside.
And you'd figure that the kid would be making a noise, help.
She was, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure she was,
hear.
But I guess not. Gunpowder says incompetence is not an accident. Yeah, I agree with you. I'm Defense said, I'll show that then. Go sent me something too. I'm not saying it is excusable. I'm not saying that it's really an accident. I think it's, and her incompetence and loss of loss of focus and not paying attention or whatever you want to call it. It's horrible, but I don't think you can treat this woman like as if she did it on purpose either.
Yeah, I mean, like
So,
threats. That's not cool.
This is some funny. I've seen this before with people do it with dogs and stuff, and other animals. They'll take like I think I've seen it with like a lemon or an orange or something, and they warm it up a little bit and they cut a hole in it and they blindfold you. I've even seen it where they put like chocolate inside of it, inside of the orange.
Yeah.
This kid's reaction is the best though. I mean, usually people have this crazy reaction and they yell or whatever. This kid, I think this kid might be traumatized forever. This might ruin him. I don't know.
Hold your hand. Ready? Right there. Guess the object.
Cheez-Its.
Hold it up higher.
Horrible thing to expose that cat to.
Yeah. That kid might be screwed up forever. Even when he finds out that it was a trick.
He's like, wait, it's not Saturday night.
Oh, that's a nice car.
Famous last words. Evil Knievel, baby.
2019.
It's not going to be good.
Like the lamest freaking thing to do.
It would have been funny if it would have been a cop car.
The sound that he makes, when he hits his back on that car, it's just like, the.
Oh my boy!
It was at the moment that Skyler realized deep inside he was a masochist.
Biden warns Cubans not to come here for freedom, as he is getting rid of that.
Right.
Don't come over here. We're all out. We're all out of freedom. Stay where you are.
Eat it, immigrants. The country's full. All right, you heard the lady. We'll try Canada.
Shitter's full.
It's pretty. Yeah, shitter's full. It's pretty. But the Biden administration welcomes illegals at the southern border, but tells Cubans fleeing communism who may have a legit asylum claims not to come. They must know Hispanics fleeing communism will never vote Democrat. It was not too long ago that they were telling everybody to come on up here. Now Cubans want to come here and they're like, no. Fucking hypocrites.
No.
Yep.
Can't have it both ways, assholes.
Do you think that people are leaving Cuba because they don't like communism?
I think we've been pretty clear that we think people are leaving Cuba or not leaving Cuba or protesting in the streets all as well because they are opposed to the oppression, to the mismanagement of the government in the country. And we certainly support their right to protest. We support their efforts to speak out against their treatment in Cuba.
Do you think that people are leaving Cuba because...
Yeah, right, for sure. Interesting.
Do you ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?
I'm going to say a traumatic brain injury.
Yeah, this kid, I don't know how old this kid is. 10, 12 maybe. Dude, he launches himself and lands straight on his stomach. Right in his face.
I could see my house from here. Oh.
Nope. I think one of his knees broke the fall.
I was going to say one of his knees broke and broke his fall, probably. My competitors think I'm just some cocktail server from Dallas. Bree, 24, cocktail server, Dallas.
Dallas.
Yes, you look like a Bree that serves cocktails.
She should. Her mom should have used that. Yeah, I'm sure it's Bree. Her mom should have used that Plan Bree from last week. Wouldn't have had this problem now.
Yeah, I don't think they had that 24 years ago.
Yeah, probably not. Diet soda drinkers enjoy a refreshing glass of chemicals.
Yeah, sure, why not? It all tastes like sugar water.
Yeah. See? Ladders. It always goes bad. And
in Soviet Russia, ladder lifts you.
It's always a damn ladder. Oh, he smacks his head. He slams his face off of that too. Okay, so if you've ever seen anybody do a flaming drink, it is nerve-wracking. I can't stand to see it. It drives me. Oh my god, I can't believe anybody still tries to do shit like this in the United States with the liability. Okay, so I don't even know how this is supposed to work without destroying this chick's face. But it's actually on fire as he's pouring it into her mouth. So I'm not really sure if something's already in her mouth, like something that's non-alcoholic or what. But how could this go wrong, right?
What the
hell? Dude, ugh.
Holy shit, man.
What the fuck are you doing, man?
Well, to quote the immortal P.T. Barnum, an idiot's born every minute.
That's true.
I thought she was smoking.
Yeah. I didn't go to work because a cat fell on my head, and then a dog with shoes tried to do me justice. And the cat falls on him, takes off. And then the dog's like, "Hey, buddy, you okay? You okay, buddy?
Hey.
I'll go get it."
Oh.
What the hell?
Cat, you know anything about this? You want to mix it up?
The dog's like, "You son of a bitch. I'm going to get you for falling on that guy." Uh-oh, what's this one? I don't remember what this one is.
I think that might have been the...
Oh, that's that one.
Yeah,
That
just marked it.
Yeah.
You would have thought that the person with the flaming, fiery face would be marked as sensitive content.
Yeah.
Okay, Rice.
Okay, so this is a dude, a Japanese dude. I don't know if he's Japanese, but he's an Asian dude watching this chick make rice.
Okay.
Okay, Rice. We are looking good.
The rice not looking good. You lying to people. So wet.
Drain it.
What's she doing? What's she doing? Drain the... Oh my God. You're killing me.
I will say, if you have to strain it out, your rice is definitely too wet. You need to add more rice.
It's screwed, yeah. You screwed up a long time ago. The video is it's like a minute long of him just being like, "Oh my God." It's really funny though. Okay, so George, what the fuck are you people doing down there? First case of monkeypox reported in Texas. What are you guys doing down there?
I have no idea, man. Somebody's really must be screwing monkeys.
Jesus. Dallas County Health and Human Services reported the first case of monkeypox confirmed in a resident of Dallas County. It's believed to be the first case of the virus. Well, have you visited there recently?
No.
Have you accepted fruit or vegetables from any person from that region recently?
Have you delivered any bananas to that anywhere in there?
Any fruits or vegetables? No.
Has this package left your immediate control at any point in time while you've been traveling through the secured area?
No. Oh, wait.
Joe Biden reportedly thinking about a U.S. intervention in Cuba, says Cuba is repressing their citizens. Yeah, no shit. Keep it up, asshole, and it's going to be happening here, too.
Yep. Yeah, I hate when he smiles. He's just like...
it's a mess. A glitch in the Cracker Barrel Matrix. Red, blue. Or red, green. Red, green. Red, green.
Oh, here I just saw it was old white lady, old white lady, old white lady.
I don't know what this dude's got going on in his van, but
this is what happens when you put diesel fuel in something that's gasoline only.
Is that what happens? Is that what it looks like?
That and maybe it's burning a lot of oil too.
That can't all be oil, though, can it? I mean,
well, you don't need a whole lot of.
I guess
a whole lot
it is
of oil
white.
in your exhaust manifold to get it to smoke like that.
I guess it does. White smoke does mean it's burning oil normally in like a motorcycle or something, you know.
Look,
like an old two-stroke.
Honda
Jesus
actually
Christ.
ended up saving up all that weed smoke in a plastic bag, and he thought, I just need to share this with my fellow man for the good of humanity.
I'm gonna get all of Denver high. Yeah. I used to say shit like this in the kitchen all the time, and it would piss people off. I just love the part in the Beatles song when it ends and they shut the fuck up. Wouldn't necessarily be the Beatles. I don't have a problem with the Beatles very much, but other crappy music. Be like, man, you know what my favorite part of this song is? The end. To everybody that's saying, January 6th was such a horrible day, one of the worst days in American history and stuff. That people say that shit. My mother's remains are in that cloud of dust. No, January 6th was not worse than 9/11. Fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Two Live Moo actually returned these because he saw this on there. He's like, oh, I don't even want them anyway.
I mean, he's very particular about who he gets that ingredient from.
Yeah.
He ended up getting a jar of stale stuff once, and it just put him off the store stuff forever.
Yeah, probably.
What you talking about? I didn't return that.
Tried to get his money back and decided when they didn't want his money back, he would buy another bag. Hey, what's going on here? Come on, load.
I don't think Instagram liked you making fun of the ladders again.
Yeah. No matter how bad of a day you're having, somebody, somewhere just started brewing tea with the nozzle wide open and walked away without knowing it.
Oof. Waste of perfectly good iced tea.
We had a box of red wine in our dry storage one time that has a little screw top, the screw nozzle or whatever. And I went back in dry storage and there was like a half a gallon of red wine all over the fucking floor in there. And I was like, what the fuck just happened, dude? Like, who the hell used this? I'm trying to figure out who the hell used it. And nobody used it. And I was like, dude, what the hell? Well, here, went downstairs and watched the camera, and the manager walked past it, and it must have just been barely closed. And when he walked past it, he bumped it just enough for it to open up. It just started dumping fucking cheap wine all over the floor.
Why is a nozzle halfway up on that canister?
It probably isn't. It probably doesn't brew more than. Okay, so that's a can for iced tea. Okay, and they have cans that are shaped like that for coffee too, and Bunn BUNN is the brand. So the coffee machine probably has a can that you can brew the whole thing. That's probably like a 2-gallon can or something. But with those coffee machines, you could also brew iced tea in them but a lot of times they only make a gallon at a time. So they probably make it so that it fits in there so that there's no dripping and it's not messy at the top, but they only brew a gallon at a time. So the bottom of this can is probably hollow, if that makes any sense. I don't know how I described that well.
Yeah, otherwise, one of the kind of like the standard for industrial coffee makers.
Yeah, they're one of them. Yeah, they've been around forever. So if they only wanted to brew a gallon and this was half the size, the tea would be falling like a foot before it went into the container, and it wouldn't, it could splash out and stuff like that, I guess.
I don't like it.
Yeah. Don't you think you went a little too far with the Catholic Church jokes? Bill Burr, don't you think the Catholic Church went a little too far?
That was actually pretty
wrong.
Interview.
Ghost says that's next level mansplaining. Yeah. Well, I gotta spell it out for these guys. Jeez.
Well, you could have just said, well, it's because the bottom is a cold pack, so we don't water down the iced tea.
And they forgot about gravity.
There you go.
Well, it's actually a siphon thing. It uses that adapter from those plants that Midnight had.
My biggest flex right now is that I work at a fully staffed restaurant. Everybody's like, "Fuck you, fuck
Fully
you, kiss
staffed.
my
What
ass."
the hell?
Yeah, exactly. This is so they actually took this mummy and they didn't have anything better to do, or they couldn't use this machine on somebody that actually had a health problem, I guess, somebody that hasn't been dead for 3,000 years. And they scanned it. They scanned its vocal cords to see if they could
Nessie Amun's voice by recreating
Make
his
its
mouth
voice.
and vocal cords with a 3D printer. It allowed them to produce a single sound. Fuck me! Were able to mimic Nessie Amun's voice by recreating his mouth and vocal cords with a 3D printer.
That's
It
a good
allowed
troll.
them to produce a single sound. Fuck me!
That's a good troll right there. I like that. that made me laugh.
Nice.
This was kind of neat.
What was supposed to be a prank on a teacher instead backfired on the students. A blindfolded half-court shot that is now the talk of campus and beyond.
You could hear her say, "You tried to," almost said, "You made it," but she was like, knew the camera was still rolling.
Are you kidding me?
That was pretty neat. She was like, "You," and she's like, "Oh, we're still alive." That's pretty cool, though. That's a hell of a shot to make. French fries, regular Greek salad. Request: can you guys peel the cucumbers, please? If not, no big deal. But my girlfriend acts like a fucking bitch up about unpeeled cucumbers, like it's my fault.
And I'll have an extra large 18-inch pizza.
And French fries.
Yeah, and fries.
I mean, it's a cheese pizza. Come on.
Kiwi.
It's weak.
Study shows that 4 out of 5 people suffer from diarrhea. That one person who enjoys it.
Oof, oof, oof.
The Green Goblin.
Yeah. You
Gip in his
call that
tooth.
guy you can call that guy the Brown Goblin if he enjoys diarrhea. That's the newest Spider-Man villain, super villain, the Brown Goblin. George, you could play the role.
Not me.
Wow. Really?
It's all you, George.
That's racist.
No, that's Skylar.
Skylar, you have to promise me that if you ever become a fascist dictator, you'll give it right back so I can resist you, okay? Of course. That was a Maj one, too. NYPD seen on video tasing black man on subway after accusing him of allowing a non-paying rider into the station. Well, I'm not saying that they should have tased the guy, but I'm also not saying that he should have let people in for free. That's illegal. That's a crime.
Does anybody really care about the NYPD anymore?
No, I don't think so. This baseball card vandals. They do this all the time. They put out a lot of these. They take a whole baseball card, or sometimes it's a wrestling card. They actually have wrestling or football too, and they just do goofy stuff with them. A fart is just ass air. It's true.
Can't argue with that logic.
Girlfriend puts her hand on my stomach. Me. Further south, you should be prepared for 3, maybe 4 inches. Not around here, you're not. Marco Rubio. My office stands ready to help the leaders of the Black Lives Matter organization emigrate to Cuba.
Okay.
I'm with that.
That's a pretty solid troll there.
I'm not proud to be an American. You don't have to be an American. You can pack your stuff and leave.
I love that.
It's
That's
actually
good.
pretty nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Hong Kong, Cuba, Venezuela, American flags. In here, the flag is the symbol of oppression, apparently. Stupid. So, let's talk about hatred and racism not being, a born thing. It's learned, right? It's taught. It's whatever. So this is a mom and her kid riding bicycle. Right, she's riding bike. He's got a little scooter.
We've been dancing with the devil way too long.
And copyright strike.
Whatever. Get a fucking copyright strike every week, probably.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid.
Mama's face needs to meet a bat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or at least the back of somebody's hand.
You gonna let your kid do that? Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? What kind of shit ass parent are you?
She was telling him to do that.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, even if she didn't tell him to do it here, she's obviously taught him to do it somewhere.
Yep.
And she sat there and watched him do it.
Good boy.
An asshole. Yeah, she's like, yeah, good job.
Yeah.
An asshole. And that's the kind of shit, like, this is on fucking somebody's door camera, Ring camera or whatever. And, I don't know.
I saw the article. He put that camera there because they kept doing that like every day.
Oh, really?
So he baited, he put the flag back out, put the camera out just to catch him. Yep.
Doesn't fucking do anything. Assholes, man. Just bullshit. Not even because it's a flag. It's even if no matter what it is. I don't care if it was, a fucking anything.
Touch my shit, man.
Property. Somebody else's property. You don't teach your kid to do that shit. So in 5 years, when this kid's at school and he's wrecking something, and you get a call from a teacher or the principal that he's in a bunch of trouble because he destroyed something at school, what are you gonna do? Oh, I'm sorry. I taught my kid to be a fucking asshole. Now he's an asshole. Oops.
Is he not being a big enough asshole?
Yeah. Sorry. Did he not destroy somebody else's stuff enough? Like, was it still recognizable or voting for Biden because you don't like Trump is like eating dog poop because you don't like broccoli. Gunpowder says, get the belt and the pop sticks, whoop all those asses in the neighborhood. They're fucking parents too. They should beat the shit out of the parents. This is obviously Biden and Corn Pop back when Biden was a lifeguard. The U.S. southern border, Texas and Arizona begging for help. VP Harris visits New Mexico. High five. Border crisis continues.
Have you been to the border? I think maybe.
I haven't been to Europe.
I bet no.
Please remember, these are kids. This is a game. Coaches are volunteers. Umpires are human. Your child is not being scouted by the Brewers today. Thank you, Glendale Little League. Hashtag calm the fuck down. It's T-ball.
Meatball.
Crime scene. Detective. Who outlined the body? Me. I did. Detective. Why did you draw his eyebrows? Me. He was surprised by the stabbing.
Can't argue with that logic.
That's pretty good.
Hey, Pink.
Hey, what's up? Burnaby's out there. GJ's Play Nice is out there. Okay, so I do think this is because Cosby got out. So Cosby got out for a certain demographic of people, and they're going to let Joe Exotic out for the other demographic, I guess.
Ooh. Joe Exotic.
Orders lesser sentence. Okay.
So we'll be out in 15 instead of 20 years.
Yeah.
Oops. Moo, this would be awesome if this was your dad.
Only have to squat the pee now.
That's probably a good thing. You won't miss.
I said not lift anything heavy.
That could totally be my dad.
wondering if there's something he doesn't know after child tax credit hits bank account. Uh-oh. Wait, what now? Ass shape is more important than ass size.
That's something I can get behind.
I commented in here somewhere. I was like, what did I comment? I hate when I can't. It should pop. Let your comment be first when you go look for it. I said, I disagree. I believe flavor is more important than both of those.
Flavor.
It's that bitch, Carol Baskins.
Carol Baskins.
So, you think Chewbacca had a human dick or one of those red rocket things like dogs have? George Lucas won't respond to my emails.
Oh God! Did you guys ever saw that one where I can't remember who had said it. I don't know if it was Stan Lee or somebody saying that when Bruce Banner turns into the Hulk, they're saying, "Oh, he must have huge genitals. He must have huge package." And he goes, "No, it disappears. It just it becomes like a toy. It doesn't have any genitals or anything like that." And I'm like, "What the hell?" So when he becomes human again, then he has his penis and his testicles. He gets his junk back. But it's like when he turns into the Hulk, it disappears. I don't know. That doesn't make sense, man.
Nah, it's like all those muscle heads. Their junk disappears.
Steroids.
Yep.
This is pretty neat. Other than the fact that the dude's wasting a lot of watermelon. He wastes a lot of watermelon. But that knife is pretty bitchin'. I'm trying to figure out what the hell that knife would be called. They're pretty neat.
A bent chef's knife?
I don't think it's called a bent chef knife, but no.
That's what it looks like. Why can't we call something for what it looks like?
Yeah,
who's making up these damn rules? I want to talk to your manager about these words.
Well, clearly it's a watermelon knife.
It's a watermelon skinning knife?
I like this a lot. You should do this. Mom, leave the sign in the kitchen where it belongs. Me. You only live once. Lick the bowl in the bathroom. That's awesome. You 100% should do that and see if you should buy one of those signs, put it in your bathroom, and just wait and see how long it takes for your wife to notice it.
The sign of mine says "lick the beaters."
The beaters.
I got a girl pregnant in high school, so I told my parents I was getting bullied, and we moved. LOL. Modern problems require modern solutions.
Did the same thing. It's her being a teacher sometimes. That's messed up.
This is some bullshit. This is some straight bullshit. Grandfather dies of heart attack after being targeted for his rare Twitter username during swatting incident. So this dude had like a Twitter name that was desirable for some reason. I don't know what it was. I tell you the truth. They might say it. I don't remember. But it's the same thing as when you go to get a website name, and if the name of your business is whatever, and you go to get whatever.com, it's not available because somebody else owns it, and people will pay for, they'll buy the website, the domain name from you. Some people do that as an investment. They'll go and buy domain names for like, $20. And then when somebody comes along that owns a restaurant or a business and they want it, then you sell to them for, let's say I'll give it to you for $500. Make $500 off of it. But so somebody wanted this guy's Twitter name, and I guess they were harassing him, and they swatted him. They found out who he really was and where he lived. They swatted him, and the fucking poor dude died of a heart attack during the incident because he got so like scared of what was, it startled him so much. The cops fucking showed up at his door and, probably pounding and kicking on his door and shit. Crazy. If you've never owned a husky, they can be kind of bananas. They can be kind of nuts.
My retarded sister had one once.
Is that? Oh my god! I thought you were going to talk about her being in a cage.
Well, that's
I mean, she was kind of into that stuff.
I was like, holy shit!
That damn thing, it would literally disappear every winter. it would get off its rope and just go like burrow into some snowbank somewhere, and it would be gone.
It was going to pull a sled around somewhere.
Come back. I'm like, she's like, I'm gonna get a husky. I'm like, oh, bad move. No, they're so cute. They're so cute and sweet.
My aunt and uncle just rescued a real young one. She's like a year and a half or something, and she seems pretty cool. They say in the house she can be a little crazy, but I've only seen her outside at like camp and stuff, and she's a sweet dog. But I've known people, and when I was a kid, we tried to. Somebody my dad worked with had a husky, and then something happened. They had to move, and they couldn't take him. So my dad was like, "Yeah, we'll take him from you. That's fine." Dude, that dog only lasted like 2 weeks. He was nuts. He was nuts. He like shredded stuff in the house. He ripped up all sorts of stuff in the house, and he ended up giving it to somebody else. Got it that owned like a bunch of property, and they could just let him out, let him run.
Farm as my childhood dog went to, I bet.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, well, they say huskies are very mischievous. You know,
they can be.
They like to do stuff. Yeah.
You just don't understand socialism like I do, says college freshman to man who escaped socialism on a raft.
Fucking Skylar.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's at it again.
Mm-hmm.
when you're hitting it from the back and she reaches for your balls.
You lose it, you never win.
Oh, boy! Yeah! Oh, boy! Yeah!
Honey, you still up? Shit.
All right, guys. I don't care who you are. You end up with a backlash. I'm going to help you take it out. My advice is this is actually probably a level 5 backlash. Usually on these, I just open up that bell. It's kind of hard to do with one hand, but you just throw that thing out and get you a new one because that one's gonzo. All right, guys. I don't
been there.
50% of the world's pineapples now contain cocaine.
Okay.
Okay. And this guy down here says, okay, now it belongs on pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Woman charged with hate crime after stomping on back the blue sign in front of officer. So a woman happened at a gas station in Garfield County. The woman was trying to console her friend who was upset about the ticket and allegedly stomped on a back the blue sign while the sheriff's deputy who issued the ticket was still standing nearby in his parked car. The deputy then got out of it and arrested her on the spot, charging her with disorderly conduct and criminal mischief with a hate crime enhancement, which carries a sentence of up to a year in jail. I observed one of the friends stomping on the sign, crumpled it up in a destructive manner and throw it in a trash can, all while smirking in an intimidating manner towards me, the officer wrote in the document. So, first of all, charge her with destroying somebody else's property, whatever. But a fucking hate crime. I mean, that shouldn't be a hate crime, even if it was a Black Lives Matter or an American flag or something like you know, if you can stomp on an American flag and it's not a hate crime, I think you should be able to stomp on goddamn everything. It's not a hate crime. You want to get somebody for destruction of property. You want to get somebody for something like that. Fine. But turning everything into a hate crime, again, It's like you just making it. Not everything's about race, people. You know, bad shit happens. I get it, but not everything's about race unless you make it about race, or in general, a hate crime in general, or whatever.
Yeah.
The cashier. Would you like a receipt with that? Me. Thanks. You too. The cashier. Okay. Have a nice day. Me. No thanks.
You too. Yeah. No, thank you too.
Okay.
Okay.
So who else has ever gone to a movie and when they say enjoy the movie, you say you too? I say all the time.
Force of habit.
And every time I do it all the time.
Yeah.
Well, they already watched it.
Yeah.
They watched it before everyone else.
This dude is cold-blooded.
Words of the 80-year-old homeowner who confronted two robbers.
I walked in on them, and they downed me. They jumped on me in the hallway.
But Tom Greer says he managed to get his .22 caliber Smith & Wesson revolver. He says when that unarmed couple saw his gun, they took off out the back door, and he followed.
The lady didn't run fast as a man, so I shot her in the back twice. She's dead, and they told her off, but he got away. She says, "Don't shoot me. I'm pregnant with a baby." And I shot her anyway.
Jesus Christ.
80-year-old homeowner.
And the dude's 80 years old. He has 0 fucks left to give.
He's got, obviously he's got 0 fucks for sure.
Fuck you, Adidas.
And of course, the comment section is a blast with, one person says he should be strung up, and the next person says, well, she was there on her own accord, and bad shit happens when you do bad shit,
Hey, she broke into his house, and if she said, "Oh, don't shoot me, I'm pregnant." Well, you shouldn't have been there, and nothing would have happened to you.
Yeah. Me, I'm about to give you the night of your life. My penis after 8 seconds.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy. Okay? You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Oh, have you seen that video?
I've never seen more
from?
than that.
Oh,
I've never seen more than the clip, and
it's pretty cringy.
Yeah, well, just that is. I mean, just that 2 seconds is. I can imagine what the whole video is. Woman tried to steal a car with children in it and ended up getting shot by the vehicle owner at McDonald's in Tucson, Arizona.
I'm sorry! I'm sorry! Oh my God!
So they posted this and then said, who was in the wrong? I'm like, what? I'm like, what the fuck do you mean who was in the wrong? Well, I suppose you asked that to get people to comment and help your post out. So I guess I'm the sucker, huh? I mean, I can't imagine anybody is actually saying, but yeah, who was in the wrong? The fuck do you mean who was in the wrong, you stupid ass?
Yep.
Did you guys ever see that? Did we ever? I don't think we ever played this on the show. I don't think this is new, but this kid in the spelling bee. This is just like, it reminds me of the South Park with Stan's dad on Randy on Wheel of Fortune.
Yes.
Negus. What is the language of origin?
Ethiopian to Amharic.
What is the definition?
A king. It's used as a title of the sovereign of Ethiopia. Negus.
Negus. Could you use it in a sentence?
The Negus ruled Ethiopia until the coup of 1974.
Negus. Negus.
Andrew, would you say the word loudly for the judges?
Negus.
One more time.
Negus.
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 I was like, oh man. Sha'Carri Richardson offered $250,000 ambassador position with vape company Dr. Dabber. Who the fuck needs the Olympics when you can just smoke weed and do that? She's set, man.
Does that make? Will she be on the Wheaties box next?
The Wheaties. Oh, dude, that's brilliant.
WEED.
That's it. If Kellogg's wouldn't sue him over it, it'd be brilliant.
Dr. Dabba Dabba Doo.
You are entitled to your opinion, but you are not entitled to tell me what mine must be. True. I like that.
True.
Man of Tupperware says that thing with the 80-year-old man happened in 2014. He wasn't tried with her death because it was proven in autopsy that she was a liar. Regardless, he didn't give a shit. So I see these things, occasionally, if you drive to the city or something like that. I do not, for the life of me, understand how these fucking cranes don't collapse all the time. Like, I don't understand how these things stay upright, and lift up the heavy amounts of stuff that they do. It's just, I understand the physics. Yeah, I get it. I understand it's but when you see it, you're like, there's no way that thing's strong enough to do anything. And this one wasn't. I mean, this one fell down, but.
Hey, Moo, if you're wanting to know more about this, our favorite Kanuckistanian engineering guy has a whole video over on this.
Yep. He looks at all those crane fails.
Yeah, that's crazy though. But look how thin that thing looks for as tall as it is. It's amazing that just blows my mind that can even happen and not fall over. Here, Moo, you need to get this for sure.
I don't want to sound like a broken record, but it's probably Skyler's fault.
This spot reserved for good old boys that know how to smoke a brisket.
Oh yeah. So nice.
I thought that was like Fat Man Scissor Pac-Man.
Fat Man scissoring Pac-Man? Maybe.
Waka 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 waka.
Or someone taking a dump in a mobile pooper,
Upper decker.
Why the fuck is it called the restroom? I'm in here fighting for my life.
Did I lock the door?
Who does number 1 work to number 2 work for?
Yeah.
Who does number 2 work for?
Now he's after me, Lucky Charms.
Friend, your crush is coming. Don't act too desperate. Her. Want a macaroon?
What the fuck? Now going back to the earlier chat, we're talking about clams.
Yeah. Yeah.
Camel clam.
Fresh water, nasty, salt water.
Thanks for the dinner, Taco Bell. You're welcome, Timothy. What did you get? Diarrhea.
Again. Come on, ice cream.
So I said, sounds like the award statue they gave out at the porn awards. And the funny goes to your mom, the Cummy.
The
Cummy Awards. Yeah.
You big dummy.
And the Cummy goes to your mom.
She's got back-to-back awards.
There you go. Compliments to the chef. And he didn't laugh. Go figure. So it's kind of similar to the one with the soccer ball when he kicked the mom in the head. Poor little kid just gets totally destroyed. Just blam. Dad joke of the day by Ricky Fowler. What does a burnt pizza and a pregnant woman and a frozen beer have in common? Someone forgot to pull out.
Yeah, lying.
True story.
Thank you, Ricky.
One year old.
Over there.
What the hell was that? Jesus Christ.
When grandma's baby.
What the hell was that? Jesus Christ. Democrat governors are afraid Cuban desire for freedom could spread to the U.S. And there's Cuomo and Caitlyn Jenner and the dude from California.
Caitlyn Jenner.
What? That's Caitlyn Jenner, right? Maybe I'm wrong.
Could be.
Could be. I don't want to know.
All I know is that dude in the middle's looking fine.
Christ. I'd like to slam her face in the toilet bowl.
Yeah, this was. We don't talk about golf on the show very much. Ghost is here. I don't know if I tagged him in this or not. This is a long par 4. It's a drivable par 4. And first guy puts it on the green, which is crazy. Second guy drops it on the green, which is crazy. Third guy,
bro.
It's the pin.
Oh my God! Hey, if we make a hole in one, I just have a weird feeling, boys. Dude, what? I quit life. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Bro. Dude.
And he couldn't see the pin. Like, he couldn't see the hole.
No!
There's a dude up there.
Yeah, they're filming it from both sides.
I was waiting for the guy with the camera to get beamed.
Yeah, that would have been good too.
That'd be awesome.
That's just freaking awesome. Like,
That's awesome.
It's the power of the mullet.
Yeah, for 3 guys to play 3 shots that well too is pretty awesome. I mean, that'd be tough to see in the Pro Tour.
He promised his firstborn for hole in one.
Yeah. This is that. Did you see that crazy ass video of Victoria's Secrets where the white girl freaks out after she hits the black lady? She like slaps her.
What?
It's fucking. Let me. I might have found it, or I might have saved it somewhere else too. Here it is. So, and we'll go back to that one then. So, this white chick gets into some kind of argument. I don't know how it started. It doesn't really matter. And this black lady starts filming her, which really sets off the white chick. She gets real pissed off about it, and she comes up and she hits her. She like slaps her, and then when she realizes, oh my God, she realizes what she did, she totally freaks out and starts to try and like play the victim, and it's super cringy.
Now you are, oh my God! Oh my God! Do you see this? Oh my God! I never thought nothing like this would happen.
Yeah, she's like, oh my God, I'm screwed now.
And now did you see her? You saw her, right? They all saw her. Oh my.
And you know that this lady's filming it, and it's going to be a big deal.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to go viral or whatever.
Karen had a breakdown. She tried to hit me. Ask your workers. She tried to hit me. Now I want security for you. Oh my God. You should have thought about that before you did what you did.
So let me find this spot. And this is what DJ Play Nice is talking about out there. She like collapses and has this freaking fake freak out seizure kind of thing. So she's sitting there screaming. Oh my God. She's like, stop filming me. And she just gets more and more bent out of shape. Wait, where it was.
I'll just go to sleep.
Yeah. She's like, oh. She like pretends to pass out.
It's a slow-mo.
Yeah.
Wake me up when security shows.
Yeah. Slow-mo pass out. Oh, here it is.
Man, that's so embarrassing, man.
It is. This is what he's talking about. This is the...
keep lying saying I'm threatening you. So I'm
What the fuck was that? Crazy.
recording to protect myself.
All right, somebody call animal control already.
And the people are just going about business. They're like, crazy white bitch.
Again.
Just check these people
a hairless
out.
monkey escaped from the zoo. Please take her back.
So that goes on for like there's like 4 minutes worth of video that is there. I don't know how much it originally was. So this is actually part of it too, where they asked the lady that's filming to leave, I guess, and she gets all pissed off, and which I would be pissed off too if I was her. I'd be like, I'm the one that's got
I'm the victim here.
You know? Yeah, exactly. New York legislators pushing against Chick-fil-A building locations at rest stops, citing restaurants anti-LGBTQIA STUV.
I'd like to buy a vowel, please.
SVU.
Whatever.
Adding letters after QGBT.
So New York doesn't want them to build at rest stops. They're the fastest growing or the largest fast food chain in the United States right now.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's
They're
how you do.
fucking killing.
Their lines are so long that
Yeah.
they got their employees outside taking your orders.
Yep.
So by the time
Yep.
you get to the window, they already have it. And
They
just
are.
moves
I'll tell you
quicker.
what. They have a fucking system. They changed the way that fast food places did business. Yeah, they started putting people out front. They actually, you go up, you order, you go around. And last time I went, they actually walked like the receipt back too.
Yeah.
Somebody came out and walked the receipt back. You know, it's they got their shit together, man. They crank food out of that fucking place. So while on patrol, your 35th district officers stopped a stolen auto and recovered this weapon. Thank God these brave officers removed this weapon from our streets before it could inflict untold carnage. Right?
So it's a stockless sub 2000.
Yeah. So where's my damn it? I wish I could find my comments. I was like the biggest story here is they actually thought that Keltec was going to be able to shoot somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yet another web. Yeah. Just because, so I don't know. I mean, I don't get why, I mean, it's got a drone mag. So of course it's going to be a huge deal.
The untold.
Get scary.
Oh, talking about cringy shit. Did you Texas Democrats break out into song for ending voter ID laws? You want to talk about? You want to hear some cringy shit?
We will overcome. We will overcome.
Feel the tumors growing.
Man,
that's when you got to turn the sprinklers on, man.
It's all sorts of out of tune, and they're out of time.
I've heard
some of them are singing it differently than others. It's pretty bad.
I've heard elementary choirs sound way better than these people. They can't sing for shit.
Breaking something and fixing it just enough to make the person who touches it next think they broke it. Oh no. Oh no.
Look pro level skill there, bud.
Yeah, oh, look what happened.
Please stop. Just help me fucking lift it and dump it. Did we get a negative pic? Hold up, Jeff. Stick your hand in there, yeah? Make sure that goes right on Instagram. Can you please hurry the fuck up, dude? Please stop. Just
noodles.
Labels, but why? Like you didn't know that was salt and pepper?
I don't know. Somebody might have thought it was blocaine.
Or white pepper.
Yeah, it's a bummer. That's a bummer.
Ooh, baby.
Dude's wearing sandals and doing that too. That's a big mistake.
Sandals are just a mistake, period.
Oh, I love this one.
I saw you. Yeah, you posted this. I saw you posted this.
And back down.
Make it clap.
Hey, what you watching?
Oh.
Learning how to do jumping jacks. Okay. You know I'm all knowing, right?
Hey, what you watching?
Imagine that would happen to you. You're like, oh, whoa, nothing,
Yeah.
nothing.
I will never forget when my mom had me take a picture next to this cop and his drug dog was staring right at my fried ass.
Red Rocket. Pineapple Snow.
Nearly had a heart attack. It's actually I did the same thing. It says even after I tapped the picture and zoomed in, I was still concerned. You can't zoom in on the computer, but it's like a dog rawhide. It looks like the cat lost an arm. Pretty funny.
My arm. My dick.
Oh, boy. Oops. Taco Bell employee arrested after setting off fireworks in the store, causing a fire and $30,000 in damage.
They look like that kind of person.
To just one bathroom stall.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, talking about bath salts.
What?
What?
Watch your step, ladies. As you may see, I tripped earlier. Should have said, as you may see, I fell earlier. I don't know what this stuff is, but I like it.
I jig it.
Pussy natural energy drink.
It must be in England or something. 69p, like 69 pence, I guess.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But they messed it up because it comes in a can.
Should be in a
Wrong
bottle.
hole, baby.
Wrong hole.
Boss, why are you late? Me.
That's every day.
Ancient civilizations, whenever they get a natural disaster from the gods, whoop, sacrifice a kid. Says, "Welp into the volcano." Says, "Welp into the volcano you go."
Little kid, he's like, oh.
I'll eat my broccoli.
Yeah. Just failed. No poop November. Never mind. I was able to put it back.
Gross.
That's that trash can Paul again. Like I said, man, that dude has some funny shit. Put it in reverse, Terry. Oh, man.
Somebody at Taco Bell.
The last three presidents.
Me on a blind date after she says she's anti-gun. Eject.
Eject.
Get out of here.
Talk to me good.
The last three presidents.
All right, that's funny.
Yeah, that's a
funny.
good
That is a good one.
one. Red Ranger, red power. Blue Ranger, blue power. Yellow Ranger, yellow power. White Ranger. Uh-oh.
Why?
Why I gotta go next? Oh, this chick would get choked up.
Uh-oh.
This is, I hear somebody speaking the accent, so it's like England or
it's
Ireland or something.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see the, whatever.
pounds 33.
Look at all that. Yeah, look at all that fucking bottles. Like, how are you going to stand there and let somebody do this? That blows my mind.
Well, if she was clearing off the top shelf, I would have killed her. Now kick her while she's down.
He goes,
no,
she's not right. And I'm like, how the fuck are they letting her do that? Dude.
British people.
I know there's a mouse in here somewhere.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, they're not going to be here.
Yeah, they're like, the police are taking a long time to get here, aren't they?
Would you be just like weighing like cans of tuna at her head or something?
Yeah, I mean, somebody please go up behind her and bust her in the head with a Jack Daniels bottle or something.
That'd be
The right
great.
hand is
right?
covered in blood now.
And this is what happens to a country when you take all their guns away. This shit happens. See?
Yeah. Crazy. Jesus, man.
You guys all right?
She weighs like 110 pounds. You could like flicker in the head like a spider.
Skinny end of the fishing pole, right to the back of the ear.
Just get one of those wine bottles and just throw it at her head.
DJ Play Nice says, Twisted Tea to the rescue. Yeah, exactly.
That would be great.
Exactly.
Unpopular opinion. Stop telling women on the internet how beautiful they are and go say it to your wife.
Hey, babe, just want to let you know that women on the internet are beautiful.
I wasn't expecting that. That was good.
That was a good one.
Down goes Frasier.
Yeah.
It was at that moment Billy Bob couldn't remember anything.
So it says, Karen McNuckles. Seething shark fin Karen is tired, y'all. She's been up all day. Too important to wear a mask. She trashes her local McDonald's, assaults the manager, and then gets handled by the employee of the McMonth.
Are you crazy?
Oh yeah, I saw this.
Oh,
Don't touch my manager.
Oops. Sorry. So she hit the one girl already, and she slugs the blonde chick pretty hard.
Do not touch my boss. Honey, I don't know what's wrong with you. Sorry, I've been up all day. Get up! You can go to prison. Okay, then I'll go to battery. Then I'll go to prison.
Then she gets some drink.
Yeah.
Dude, I just realized I will go to prison.
She's like, I've been up all day. Like, okay.
I've been up for 6 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Chop that wood.
World star.
Yeah.
World star.
Hey, hey, hey.
Pile driver.
Saying pile driver. Give her a DDT. Yesterday, YP says, is ketchup just a soda made from 20 juice and 20% sugar? No, it's not a soda, you fool. It's a fruit smoothie.
It's fruit paste.
It's a fruit smoothie. It's not a soda. It's not carbonated. Now, if you would, if you would leave your ketchup sit out long enough and it would ferment, then it's tomato wine.
Sparkling.
What kind of crazy ass shit is this tomato wine?
Restaurant on my feed. We're hiring. Yeah, no shit.
We'll give you a $500 bonus.
Yep. Shooting at Houston. Aquarium leaves 2 dead, 1 injured. Gunman kills himself, of course. Fucking losers always kill them fucking selves. Here, this will give you things to think about. It's blunt. What were electric eels called before electricity was invented? Ooh, it's a tough one.
Cramping eel.
Stingy fish.
Yeah. Ouchie worms. Ouchie water worms. Scientists invented a bracelet that gives a shock when user uses curse words. YouTubers.
It's the V-chip from South Park.
Men of Tupperware says RKO from out of nowhere. What would you do in this situation? Who would you save? Me. I'll just get them all. Problem solved.
Dark.
Chicago rapper dead. I've been shot 64 times. This dude was shot 64 times.
Was that before they shot him? It looked like he'd been shot 64 times.
Clearly, this dude is not 50 Cent.
No.
He's dead.
That place in Houston was a restaurant, and it was a domestic issue. You talking about that aquarium? This makes you think, too. You're not scared of being alone in the dark. You're scared of not being alone in the dark. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Is this church going to whoop Jesus' ass? Jesus, 6 o'clock, parking lot. By the flagpole after school. Jesus, at the flagpole at 3 o'clock. I'll see you there. 69. Nice. Nice.
Nice.
Girl at school shows shoulder or ankle. Boys according to the school teachers.
It's angry.
It's so angry.
Angry.
Yeah.
It's angry.
The veiny son of a bitch. Clint. Doctor, you need to take one of these pills every day for the rest of your life. Him, but there's only 3 pills, doctor. Exactly.
Smart ass. Wise ass.
Do y'all say good talk when you say something and it gets ignored, or are you like normal? I think a bunch of us are more of a, well, I guess I'll just go fuck myself that type of person. And not just good talk, but all right then. You ever do that? Like you say something, nobody, and you're just like, all right then. Okay.
Anyway.
All right.
I guess, yeah, whatever.
Big gulps, huh? All right.
Yeah. Finally, I found it.
Where's Clint?
I don't know. I haven't seen him in a long. Actually, I saw him on somebody's Gizzard show this morning or something.
Found your purse.
Found your purse. Say it to my face. No, thanks. I don't want my face caved in.
No. Only if I can be at least 100 feet away from you.
He gave mine because you know you gay and stuff.
Okay, thank you.
He got your gay
Tyler.
balloon because it's got all the colors because it's gay.
Okay.
And I got Skittles because it got a rainbow on it.
Okay.
And I got the sick cake. It says, be who you are for your pride.
Thanks. This is my Pride Month. Why did you do this? Why are you doing this?
What? Because you're gay. He gave mine because you know.
Jesus.
I mean, I won't say no to a cookie cake, but
That's true. Yeah, I'd fake it. This is my sweet wife on her 3rd birthday with her face devoured by mosquitoes and her soul menaced by the 2 creepy dolls that permanently occupied that couch. That's creepy
What
shit.
the fuck?
like those freaking like kabuki dolls or something.
Something. I don't know, man.
God. Japanese dolls or something.
Can we stop and get food? Nah, we got food at home. The food at home.
Sandwiches.
Sold.
Sandwich.
Make it snappy because I'm in a goddamn hurry.
Yeah. Dude caught his girl with his side dude, and then this. Dude, he did some. That's some shit right there. And he chases him down. Yeah.
What are you doing? Get over here!
Is that a dog? What are you doing? Get over here.
Behold the
Pissed
power
off
of
white
boners.
dude. Pissed off white dude. What are you doing? Get back here.
What the fuck's this shit on my lawn?
Anyway.
Shit off my grass.
Yeah. No, this was pretty awesome. This I can't remember what this girl's name is. So she's a right-hander, but she's sitting in a water hazard. Or I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, club upside down.
So she's playing it left-handed with the club upside down. With a full swing too, which is crazy. Like you see people do stuff like this from out behind fences and behind rocks and bushes to like punch out. But to actually take a full swing with it is super impressive.
All those lefty lessons.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's always cool when it works.
Yeah. The one time ever, yeah. So you like my stove Buscemi?
That is nightmare fuel.
Yeah.
Pure and simple.
I saw a
nightmare
picture
last night.
I saw a picture somebody showed me on Facebook one time of a kitchen, and they had a full-size paper cutout of Christopher Walken. They had it taped to their walk-in cooler door. That was the Christopher Walken. Yeah.
Walking crisper.
I don't know whether to add dressing or holy water.
A little of both.
Scary looking tomato.
You see,
scary looking mater.
You see, the dressing adds a nice little wang to it, and the holy water adds a nice little hint of sacrilege.
True. Mm-hmm. To combat trans woman dominance of women's sport, Olympic adds competitive childbirthing. Birth givers.
Yeah.
This was kind of neat. High resolution image of Jupiter. It looks like Jupiter. It's not, but it looks like Jupiter, actually.
That's pretty
cool.
To the math.
So it says, don't throw rocks at cars. And that dude just threw a rock at that white car, if you couldn't tell.
Missed. Tossed a rock and he fucking missed.
Nothing going on here. I think I'll just be heading out.
I'll just grab another rock. Oh, take this, you son of a bitch.
Now he hit him.
Oh, these motherfuckers gonna cause an accident right here. Oh shit. Oh
yeah.
Oh.
Boing.
He knocked his ass out, man. He knocked his ass right out of his pants.
Hit his ass.
That's
hard.
the running of the Buick.
Just ran his ass the fuck over.
Yeet.
There he goes.
Yeah. Oof. I don't condone it, but I can see why it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Mother killed husband with boiling water after he sexually abused her kids.
Sugar water too.
Yep. Yeah, she poured basically poured like caramel on the dude.
That has to be at 260 to melt. Yeah. Then he lingered for like a month and a half in the hospital before he actually died.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah.
I mean, I did look it over, but he suffered burn. Weeks later, it said he died.
Yeah, it was long and drawn out, just like it should have been. Yeah, their son that he molested killed himself because of it.
Oh, no shit. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And then the daughter years later came out and told her mother, and the mother she's like, I'll take care of it.
So did the son killed himself, but she didn't know why at first? Is that what
he said? That he wrote a letter, said that he was abused by a man, but didn't say who it was.
Wow.
Yep.
Fuck that, man.
And then the daughter came out and confessed, or told the mom that her and her brother were both abused by the dad, and she's like, yeah, I'll take care of it.
Wow.
That's just messed up, man.
Yeah.
Here you go, Moo. Me when I type LMAO, but forget the A. Lemu. I think I screenshotted something for you too, and I can't remember. I have to look at my phone. And maybe it was that. I don't remember. Hey, things I trust more than the government number 10,382. Dollar store lobster.
Monster egg roll.
I think I've had that brand of egg roll before.
Oh, yeah? And you're still with us? That's amazing.
Yeah, not too bad. Just got to nuke them until they stop moving.
Yeah. 1984, Big Brother is watching you. 2021, gender neutral, non-binary primary sibling is watching you.
I like his hat.
I think that's its hair.
Babe, what's wrong? You barely touched your dinner. Did I overcook your jerger?
Talk about a high fiber diet.
Truce. I think we're just about done. I don't think there's many left. New York Times shouting freedom and other anti-government slogans. Hundreds of Cubans took to the streets in cities around the country in protest. They're screaming freedom and other anti-government slogans. Vegetarians live up to 9 years longer than meat eaters. 9 horrible, worthless, baconless years.
And those Grogu.
Yeah, that's
memes are
it. Because this
always
is the one from last. This is one from last week. Yeah.
Oh, yep, come on. Big cute little bugger.
I thought that thing was a toy at first, for sure. Like halfway through that video, I was like, "Oh my god, that's a real dog." So I had
emails from some people, I think, right?
Yeah, let me pull those up. One from
cocaine-addled pineapple.
Oh, what the hell? All right, hold on. Hold on here. I gotta get it set up and then go back and screen share.
50% cocaine.
Well, that's what they said.
So I'm wondering how good or bad that's going to make a pina colada if it's 50% cocaine.
Oh, that'd be the best cocaine.
Am I screen sharing? Can you guys see this?
Yep.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. I don't think I gotta hit the. Okay, I just gotta make sure I hit the sound. I don't know if I did. Okay.
Okay, yeah. Put your hand through. Yep. Yep. A little lower. Yeah. Keep going. Yep.
Ew, what is this?
Yep. Just go all the way through.
Oh my
All the
god!
way through. Yeah. Just keep
What
going.
is that?
Keep going.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Now take your hand out slowly.
Okay.
Yep. Nice and slow.
That's fucked up, but still funny.
That's funny.
Oof. Ghost says your boat and your plane. Oops, I don't want to save it. I just want to look at it. There you go. Got the hot dog boat, the sandwich boat. I like that.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
I think you closed out your screen share.
Oh, did I? Oh, shit. Okay. No.
Cocaine apple.
Cocaine apple. There you go.
I'm just saying, kids would be more willing to eat their fruits if you start calling them cocaine apples.
Yeah, everybody out there is pretty much pro caramelizing child molesters. I think. Yeah, seems like it.
Yeah, it's a lot of extra effort. Just stab them through the eye and call it a day.
True.
Done.
Said at least it wasn't 3 dudes going at a watermelon together. Yeah.
That results in a murder.
Like, I'm sorry, man, but I just got to do it on general principles. Your testicles touch my testicles.
Yeah.
Spectacles, technicals, wallet, and watch.
Technical. Yes, there you go. Yeah. All right. I think that's it for tonight, guys. I think we got all the Instagrams and some articles.
Yay, we made it.
Yeah.
We made it.
Made it to the end of another one. Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, there was some good ones. There was a lot of stuff popped up this week. Sometimes not so much pops up, you know what I mean? I had all sorts of stuff popping up this week. And people have been tagging me and stuff, which is kind of fun too. There's always a couple of them every week that somebody else tags me in because they know we do this now. So it's kind of fun. It's kind of neat. And I've been getting I've gotten a couple of people commenting on the live shows that they really like doing they like the Instagram stuff. It's pretty funny. So
yeah, the Instagram stuff is cool.
It is what it is. I mean, you know what I mean? Like it's just a kind of a goofy fun thing at the end of the show. So I'm glad people like it.
Foss has suffered enough, guys.
Hi.
Yeah. Are you sure that you've suffered enough, Foss? Maybe there's something you're not telling us about?
True. All right. Yes, sir. Everybody out there, thanks for watching. Mood, do you have anything to plug? You got anything going on?
Nothing other than the Mediocre Barbecue Show on Saturday nights at 9:30 Eastern. Come on over. We might talk about barbecue. We might not. I don't know.
You might talk about MooBQ. You might talk about, I don't know. One of these days you should hype it up and then just talk about like sewing or something.
Talking about crazy cool medallions. Crazy chest hair.
Today we're talking about hemming jeans.
What? Tune in next week when we explore the wonderful world of decoupaging.
Decoupage.
The many uses of laxatives.
Thanks for having me. Thanks everybody out in the chat. Thanks.
Absolutely.
Good night, everybody.
Georgia Miss, you got anything for us, buddy?
Just like to say thank you for the invite. Check me out on Instagram on South Texas AR Guy. And check out Hit or Miss on Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock Central.
Absolutely. Ape, you want to take us out? Take it out to Ape.
Ladies, gentlemen, and Jonases of all ages, thank you for watching Midnight Range TM's The Closer. This concludes our regular program, but we'll be back next week at roughly the same time. That is both a promise and a threat. The Gun Channel's community Monday night programming lineup at 7 p.m. Eastern. It's hasty headlines, news, and commentary with never enough ammo. Sometime after that, Yankee will have his little daily video and then his chats. Then at 9 p.m. Eastern, it's Never Enough Ammo, a.k.a. Mr. Matt's Guns and Geek podcast. It's probably going to be another free-for-all because apparently he just likes throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks, which, can't blame him. It's simple. It's easy. It's like throwing your cocaine-laced pineapples in the crock pot for 5 hours. You just set it, forget it, and then you got one hell of a Saturday night when you're done.
Well, that and, if you take your cocaine pineapples and you soak your shrimp in it for long enough, then you got cocaine shrimp snot. And that's, who doesn't like that?
Who doesn't like their cocaine-laced shrimp snot to be nice and supple?
I love my shrimp coked up and liquefied.
Speaking of coked up and liquefied, check out guntube.org as a free and unrestricted Pro 2A video platform. If you like what you see, go over to Patreon and throw them a couple of dollars. For cool and unique 2A swag, like pretty much any patch you see here, go over to gearwebsites.com. That's gearwebsites.com for cool and unique 2A swag. And remember, hot dog is a sandwich, Slim Jim is candy, and our new and improved street fudge is 99.8% cocaine laced.
Nice.
Byproducts.
Nice.
By volume, not by weight. Contents may settle during shipping. Warranty void where prohibited.
That's pre-cooked weight on those quarter pounders. Mm-hmm. The quarter pounder fudge. That's pre-cooked fudge weight.
Yes, and don't get it above 200 degrees Kelvin. Otherwise, you'll just boil out the cocaine. It'll be a complete waste of money buying the extra premium stuff.
Always follow directions when